Indeed, we are. Ready to go. Welcome in on this Thursday afternoon. Tony Gwynn Jr., Chris Zello, Matt Scraby. And we'll start this show off with
We're not even easing into it.
another reminder
We're not easing into it.
of how crappy the West Conference officials are once again. I just
Coming in hot.
it's mind-boggling to me that it seems like San Diego State is always on the end of these types
Short
of calls.
end.
And last night was no different. The Aztecs make a great run to get
What
back
a
in the
comeback,
gun,
man.
back
They
in the
were
game.
dead in the water. Was it 12 points with 8 minutes to go in that arena?
20-7 run.
Yeah.
Gives them a lead late.
Yeah.
Now listen, I'll preference this by saying BJ Davis missed another late free throw.
First end of a one.
First end of a front of a
and
one-on-one.
I'm sure he's sick about it
The
today.
second best free throw shooter on the team.
No, in the conference.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
On the conference.
Yes, in the whole conference. Yeah.
Excuse
Don't underrate him.
And you know, the broadcast made sure they said that right as he
stepped up to the
ready
line.
shoot
They're
it.
like, hey, we're going to jinx this as best we can.
But back to the call, or
Yeah.
the call that, I mean, you have to have Superman-like vision to see from where this official called
what
that.
he thought he saw.
Yeah, from that angle.
Let's go into a few things, Tony, because I know a lot of people know I referee games, and I know there's Aztec fans that are probably tuned in, and they want to hear what I have to say about this call. And I've been thinking about it pretty much constantly since the call was made.
Hold
and
on.
It all happened.
We now go to our resident referee,
thank you.
Chris Zello.
Thank you, Scraby. One more thing before I go explain this. The official didn't, as you said, miss the free throw by BJ. Official also didn't shoot 3 of 18 from 3-point range.
No.
Okay, so
that's also true.
That's all part
Both
of the
things can be true.
Right, that's right. So all of that can be true. But here's a few things. Now, one, you said at the beginning, rightly so, the Mountain West Conference officials suck. They do anyway. The funny thing was, the ironic thing was, these were not Mountain West Conference officials. This was the first time all year.
Does that normally happen?
I don't know. What happened apparently was 2 of those officials had worked UCLA, Purdue the night before, and they were there. The third guy had been working close by as well. They put 3 guys together. One of the officials worked the championship game a couple years ago between the Aztecs and Connecticut. The other 2 officials, and this is according to Mark Ziegler, who checks all the ratings on this, all 3 of these guys were top 10 rated officials in the nation. So Mark Ziegler made a point of it in his story to mention, and we're going to talk to Mark later, that this was a rarity, that the Aztecs had a game in which they were working with big time officials. And I'm going to come full circle on that at the very end of this discussion, because I think that had something to do with it.
Okay.
But before we get to that part, let's look at
let me say.
No, I know you stand corrected, but you're
on the Mountain West.
Well, they were working in the
Conference
Mountain West last night, so they were Mountain West officials last night. So you were right. You were right. Yeah. Okay. So the kid Williams drove in from the right side of the floor. The referee Anderson, and I think it's Jeff Anderson, was the guy who made the call. He was running down the left side of the floor.
Yeah.
And he's looking over his right shoulder because he hadn't yet reached the baseline. It was a fast break type of situation. He was the one who made the call. He had to look through a maze of bodies to see what he thought he saw. My biggest complaint is not that it wasn't a foul, because I don't know. I don't know if it was a foul. I know it wasn't a foul on BJ Davis, but it wasn't called on him.
Right.
I know it wasn't a foul on Miles Bird. He blocked the shot cleanly.
Yeah,
there was no argument.
Yeah.
The foul was called on Tay Simmons. And if you watch the replay, you will see Williams, the Grand Canyon guard, driving hard to the basket. Simmons is on the side of him and makes a reflective reach to try to get to the ball, knock him away, whatever. And then he pulls his arm back. And then Williams goes in and misses the shot. Or he didn't miss it. It was blocked. The foul was called on Simmons for that reach. Anderson, the referee, had to see that from across the floor looking through traffic. And once he made the call, you can see him. He picks his way through the traffic to point at Simmons saying, that's the call.
Right.
All right. So that leads me to believe that he wasn't sure, and I wasn't sure, and you couldn't be sure. The only person who knows whether he touched him was Tay Simmons himself,
Right.
and I haven't heard from him yet. But I looked at the replay. You can't tell. So if I can't tell in the replay, that means that Anderson, the referee, guessed.
Because you couldn't tell.
He had to guess.
Right.
He saw the arm reflectively go out. To me, he guessed that he must have made contact going by. That's what he called. Now, guessing is not necessarily a fair word here, but I believe it's an educated guess. A lot of times officials will make when they see a play that they've seen 1,000 times, and you just make the call based on what your experience tells you.
Yep.
I think that's what happened here. Secondly, another thing that tells me this wasn't a foul is there was an official on the right side of the floor directly behind where Williams drove in. He had a clear look at the whole play. There was no one in his way.
Right. And
He did not call a foul. So if Simmons hit him going by, the other official should have had his arm up too, but he didn't because I don't think he saw any contact. So those are the two things that I think the Aztecs have a very big gripe about. I honestly think this official, unfortunately, used his experience to guess and just reflectively thought that's a reach in as he's driving by, foul. That's what he called. And here's the thing that brings it full circle, Tony. The irony of the whole thing is the fact that these were top 10 officials.
Yeah.
And I want to tell you something. One of the things that makes you a top 10 official is your guts and willingness and ability to make a tough call in a tough situation. That is often what separates you from the pack. I don't think the typical, normal, everyday Mountain West official who isn't very good has the guts to make that call. He doesn't blow the whistle, and the game is over.
I can respect that. Even though it affected my team.
I think the irony of the thing was the one game that we had a good ref cost us because he had the guts to make what he thought was the right call. And I don't know if it was right or not. That's what I want to be on record of that. He might have been right.
That was a very well put together argument.
I don't know because I couldn't tell whether he hit him. Maybe his angle, he saw it.
It didn't look, but it didn't look like Simmons hit him. It was hard to see any contact.
I agree. BJ Davis, right. Now, if he would have called it on BJ Davis, then we could just scream from the mountaintops because there was no foul on him.
Right.
We know there was no foul on Bird, but it was Simmons reaching toward the guy driving that was called. But again, the guy behind it should have called it then because he had a clear look at the play. The other ref, I don't think, had a clear look. Mark Ziegler will be on with us later. I know that Mark probably talked to Dutch today. Dutch had not seen the replay when Ziegler spoke to him after the game last night. So Dutch's comment was, hey, I'm down at the other end of the floor. I screamed, but what can I do? I'm curious. He definitely screamed. I'm curious what he thinks after he sees the replay.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Ziegler can ask Tay Simmons or did ask Tay Simmons, hey, did you make contact or not? Because I think Tay Simmons is probably the only guy who really knows. And even he may not know because it all happened in such a blur. But I really think the irony of this is that we lost the game because there was a great official who, whether right or wrong, had the guts to make a call in that situation. I don't think a normal Mountain West official would have done it. So that's the way it turns out. I will say this, Miles Bird and the Aztecs handled it perfectly after the game. They talked about the mistakes they made. They talked about the things they could have done to put the game away. They talked about you can't leave it in the hands of an official, and we should have won the game, in other ways. And that the main thing is we're on a flight home right after the game, and when we land, it's on to UNLV.
Right.
And that's been one of the secret sauces of this Aztec team in the past. They don't let losses linger. And we'll find out because Saturday's going to be a really tough one at UNLV.
It's hard not to
it
think
is,
what
Tony.
If, man.
I know. That would have been such a huge win.
It would have been a nice little gap between them and everyone else.
Yeah. And you know what else? We talked about this yesterday. The committee isn't going to be breaking down film.
Nope.
The committee at the end of the year is going to be going, oh, they lost to Grand Canyon too.
Yeah.
That's all they're going to say. They're not going to think, wow, they came from 12 down. Miles Heide was totally, not effective at all. And in foul difficulty, Compton had 4 fouls. Tay Simmons at 6'7", 6'8", had to play the pivot the last 9 minutes of the game.
He played it well.
And he played it great.
He played it well.
So what are you going to do?
No, there's no doubt about it. Certainly, you become a Grand Canyon fan, at least for the rest of this season, trying to
hope they keep winning. They'll win.
Winning.
They're going to win their share.
Yeah.
It's, you know what, Tony, I'm resigned. Unfortunately, the sooner we all believe it, the better we're all going to be. It's going to come down to those 3 games in Las Vegas. I hate to tell you. And I think that the Aztecs are going to have to win them all and walk out of there with the trophy to go to the NCAAs this year. I don't see another path for them. Unfortunately.
Reminder, we're broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. All right, another big trade.
I was so excited about that. I knocked Scraby's script off the floor. I'm surprised I picked it up because really I should just step on it as I walk out.
And people wonder why I dislike the man.
A few major trades in Major League Baseball. We'll get
a massive one.
Yeah, we'll get to that on the other side.
At least it wasn't the Dodgers. We got to try to look at it that way.
I said that same thing.
Yeah. We got a Padres Pen Pal. We'll talk a little Randy Jones. We'll have his memorial coming up here Saturday, this weekend. And Mark Ziegler, as Chris mentioned, will join us in the 5 o'clock hour. We'll also bring to you a new high school segment as we go off. Remember, we're off a little bit early today, Scrape, 5:40.
Well, we're done at 5:52 because the UCSD game starts at 5:55.
So we get 4 minutes off today, and believe me, Tony Gwynn Jr. is going to be out of here 4 minutes early.
Today I got nowhere to go.
You got nowhere to go.
I'm here. All right, more Gwynn and Chris.
Man, that worked out well.
More Gwynn and Chris on the other side.
Crisello, Tony Gwynn Jr. By the way, it's now Thursday. How are you doing in your recovery from 41-6?
Oh, I forgot about it long ago.
Really? Forgot all about it.
Let's remind you about it.
Hasn't crossed your mind at all.
Okay, fine. It has crossed my mind, but in this way.
Okay.
When I was younger and a drinker, I was furious when the 49ers would lose a game. And if they lost a game like that, because I don't think I ever saw that back then, it would have been DEFCON 5 or DEFCON 1, whichever one is the worst DEFCON.
One of those numbers.
Yeah, one of those.
I never did figure out whether a first-degree tear is worse than a third-degree tear, like in a muscle. When they
I think first degree is worse.
Sprain or something. Which one's worse?
I think the first degree is worse.
Okay.
First degree murder is also worse.
Okay, well, that would explain maybe that's
anyway,
how that goes.
I'll look it up.
Thank you, Tony.
All I know is that people are very interested in this 49ers substation, and I got to say people need to get over it. Okay. I'm a conspiracy theory guy, but they've been practicing there for like nearly 20 years now.
Yeah, so it wasn't affecting them when they went to 2 Super Bowls in 3 years.
Yeah.
There.
But
now all of a sudden it's the big deal.
But John Lynch is like, yeah, we'll check it out. I think it was more of a,
well, he has to do
we're going to check it out.
Yeah, he's got to make it look like they care. All right. NFL, obviously the championship games are this weekend. Our picks are coming up tomorrow, but we will certainly touch on Patriots, Broncos, and Seahawks, Rams.
Real quick, I just want to clarify Scraby's comments. First degree is actually not major. It's minor.
First degree injury. Okay,
Second degree tear. Third degree tear is serious.
Forget it.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's the opposite of murder.
Is
that the way we got it now?
That's how Scraby explained it. So,
Right.
yes.
Okay, so it's the opposite of murder. First degree murder is worse, but third degree sprain or tear is worse.
It's
Makes
weird
no
that
sense. Our English language, you could do a whole show on how silly our whole language is.
I give you, it says a first degree tear is minor, while a third degree tear is severe. And that's kind of where it kind of ends right there.
All right.
I wish I would stop saying things I don't know.
I thought you actually, put out a pretty good argument there. I thought, well, first degree murder makes sense. First degree tear, I was willing to buy it.
So they're saying my first degree shoulder injury was weak sauce because it was first degree.
That's what I'm reading here.
Right. You had very little to be concerned about, apparently.
But I did get the murder right.
We assumed. I didn't
unless
look that up.
if he got that wrong, somebody please call him on that.
No, I'm pretty sure first degree murder is
I think you're
premeditated.
right on that. Okay. 2:20 is the time. Don't forget 5:35 today, or 5:30ish.
Oh,
more like 5:35.
Jeff has a great point that I wish I would have known 5 minutes ago. But injuries are like burns. Third degree burn is way worse than first degree burn.
Well, that's an injury though. So again, I didn't know. I would not have known that.
Here's a better definition. First degree strain involves mild pain from overstretched or microscopic tears in muscle fibers, while a third degree strain is severe complete tear of the muscle or tendon causing intense pain, significant swelling, loss of function.
I'm glad you mentioned that, Jeff, because I wouldn't have known that. Like whether first degree, second degree, or third degree burn, which one is worse? The only one I knew was that second degree burn was in the middle. That's the only thing I knew. I didn't know
I wish we were talking about burns. I did know that third degree burn was worse.
You did know that.
I did.
Interesting. All right. As I mentioned or started to mention, 5:30 we'll have our biggest fan announcement. And that winner will have a chance to go to the Odyssey Suite with 20 of their friends. Future Padre game with all of us and the fan staff. It'll be catered by our friends at Spiro's Mediterranean Cuisine. If you haven't yet registered, come on, get in there. 973thefan.sd.com/biggest fan. It's all you have to do. It'll take you about a minute, and then you wait to if you hear your name called, and now you're qualified. So make sure you take care of that. Tony referred to 2 big trades in Major League Baseball. One happened last night. One happened today. And, look, I think the first one hurt me and us more because I thought we felt Freddie Peralta might be a Padre. The best we can say here, Scrabe, is that he's not a Dodger, at least.
Yes.
But he goes to another big market team.
Yeah.
The Mets.
Yeah, the Mets are trying to compete.
Up a little bit.
Yeah.
Freddie Peralta goes there. Now, the trade today was our old friend, or I Actually, I never met him. Mackenzie Gore. I don't think I met him. Maybe I shook his hand once. But he's on the move again, Tony, from Washington to Texas, where he joined. Is Chris Young still the guy there?
Yes,
yeah. So Chris Young knows Mackenzie. And
Skip Schumacher.
Skip.
Yeah. Okay. So
Skip was on the
Yep.
staff when
Skip
Mackenzie was
knows.
here, I
Yeah.
believe.
So Mackenzie Gore goes back where, I think he'll be comfortable. He was an all-star last year. Mackenzie Gore was. But he finished the season, and I know wins and losses don't matter to a lot of people, but he was 5-15. I will say this. You'd be hard-pressed to find in the history of baseball many all-stars that had a record of 5-15. And his ERA ballooned in the second half, 4.17. It was much better than that when he was chosen for the all-star game. But the Washington Nationals get back and return 5 prospects. I'll let Scraby run through those on his show later on because he tends to care more about prospects than I do.
I don't know if that was a diss or what, but
it's a little of both.
I have to make an announcement.
You caught that.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course. I'm listening for it. There is no Scraby Chronicles tonight because
that's right.
I didn't realize this last night when I was signing off. UCSD basketball is going to be on the
Correct.
station, so we don't have that.
No
but-
Chronicles.
yeah, no
So
Chronicles
you'll have to, if you want to know about all 5 prospects and all the in-depth information, write Scraby a text. He'll be happy to get back with you with all of that because he's into that. I'm not heard of any of the players going back to the Washington Nationals.
Neither have I.
Okay. But Mackenzie Gore, Tony, you know him. You've seen him, I think, a little more up close than we have. He was a Padre in 2022 now. It's hard to believe. 3 full seasons with Washington. First of all, rate his development, from since he's left here. Has he been better or worse than we thought he would be when we let him go?
I think he's about what you thought he'd be.
Okay.
I think I don't think he's had like an exceptionally fast development, but I think it's been like right on pace with a lot of pitchers in the league. He's got some elite stuff.
There's no question.
He's got elite
Strikeouts, right?
fastball.
Yeah.
He's got that cutter slider thing. I still think he's just scratching the surface. I think McKenzie's going to be a really good pitcher in the league. I think it's a great move.
So you like this?
I do.
I think, first of all, the 5-15 stands out, but yes, a terrible team in Washington.
Terrible. Atrocious.
The thing that I think haunts him, if I look at his statistics, is walks.
Yeah.
Yes. 57, and then the last 2 years, even more, 65, 64. If you strike out 180, that's great. But if you walk 60 with it, that's not a great ratio for an elite pitcher.
I think he pairs really well with I'm drawing a blank. Leiter. I think that group together, especially after watching Leiter on the MLB Network and kind of listening to him and how he approached pitching. I think McKenzie is going to thrive off being around another guy that is kind of
talking about Jack Leiter, the young pitcher who's Al Leiter's son.
Right?
Yeah, he's with the Rangers.
I think that he would benefit from being around another guy like that. I think sometimes, man, and especially at a place like Washington when you're losing a lot.
How about giving me a 2-0 lead once in a while? Guys tend to pitch a little better.
Just a lead,
right?
It doesn't even have to be 2-0.
When your team goes scoreless the first 4 innings of every game,
you have
that's
to be
a lot of pressure as a pitcher to go out there.
You feel like you have to be perfect,
right? You'd like to have a little comfort. Texas can score some runs usually. I agree with you, Tony. Mackenzie Gore just has too much talent to not refine it.
Yeah,
and I think that's what needs for him.
McKenzie's what, 20?
Still pretty young. Yeah, he's
26, 27?
I mean, he started here when he was he's 26, yeah.
I mean,
he'll be 27 next month.
He's just starting to kind of figure it out. I mean, he was an all-star last year. He's ascended the way you'd want to see it. So now you get traded to the Rangers. Now you're looking for that next big step.
Well, that is what the Rangers are going to be hoping for, as they require Mackenzie Gore today in a 5-player, actually, I guess a 6-player swap. I did want to look at the All-Star break last year. The reason he made the All-Star team, look, the guy had a 2.87 ERA at that point and was leading the league in strikeouts. So you get why he was winless from he won 1 game the last 2.5 months of the season. because the Nationals only won a few games. So Peralta trade, Mets. Do the Mets ever scare you? Like they pile up all this talent, but it seems like they're the kind of the Mets every time.
I just have a suspicion that this is different. And
you like how they're
I like
being
how
put
they're,
together.
They're
here.
constructing this a little bit. I think you have the GM went from Milwaukee to Stearns. You got
a little
Stearns
smarter, a little
and
more.
He was accused of not there were people thinking that he wanted to make the Mets the Brewers, but I'm like, he's got too much money to make it.
Yes, Juan Soto would not play for the Brewers.
Give him some time. He's going to start to put it together. And I think that's what you're starting to see. I don't think it's by chance that he went out and got two guys he's very familiar with. He brought in Devin Williams, signed him to be the closer.
Ooh, yeah,
and
keep forgetting about him.
Then he brought Freddie Peralta. These are both guys he had watched or was a part of developing.
Right.
So there's some trust there in terms of what he's getting.
The funniest thing about the Mets is if you look at their roster right now, Brett Beatty, third base, Mark Vientos, third base, Marcus Semien, second base, Jorge Polanco, second base, Ronnie Mauricio, third base, Francisco Lindor, shortstop, Bo Bichette, shortstop.
Yeah.
Well, no first baseman, and somebody's going to be playing out of position, and some of the – now, Polanco, I think, said he wouldn't mind playing first. That's very smart of Polanco because he wants to start, and he knows there's an opening there, but we'll see if that works for them.
That's going to be – I mean, listen, we're going to be talking about that a lot, I'm sure, over the course of the year. How many guys are out of position? Will it affect their offense? Things of that nature. Those questions will start to pop up. Now, I just saw breaking news.
I did too.
Go across my phone. And it's in the NFL.
Yes, a coach has been hired.
But you're going to have to wait till we get to the other side to hear what team and what coach that is.
Either that or look in the chat because somebody will spoil it for the rest of us.
Those of you who are actually in a car and that you can't do it,
then you're going to have to wait.
You're going to have to wait. More
a coach has been hired. All right.
So last night the bus was to leave for the airport at 8 p.m. And Tony, you know this. Everybody knows this. If you're hooked up with anything like this, as Pete Carroll used to say, on time means you're late.
Right.
So Amy's the young lady who handles all the travel and puts together the itinerary. So we're just about ready to leave.
TJ Lacita.
She stands up as the bus is kind of rumbling to life. And she goes, okay, everybody get your passports out. I want to make sure nobody leaves without their passport because again you are talking to college kids here and you don't want
college kids
that's what she thought she was talking to.
She thought she so I'm sitting there and I'm thinking to my head like, you don't need a passport for this trip. I didn't even bring one. We're just going to the Bahamas. And so
that was your thought process. The Bahamas are an international flight, I believe.
This is almost equal to the fact that North Dakota borders Canada.
I think it does equal that scrape.
Actually, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, I would have forgot about it too, buddy.
Right. So for whatever reason, I did not bring my passport. I'm sitting there, and I'm like, my stomach, you have your sinking feeling, and I'm like, what? Never do that. Yeah, thank you. And I was like, oh no, I don't have my passport. Here's my second thought, guys. If I just quietly call Lori, because the flight wasn't until 10 o'clock. You got some extra time. So I said, if I call Lori and just have her bring my passport down to the airport, I'll be able to get away with this without everybody knowing that I blew it. Because that is a factor here. You don't want to be embarrassed. So she's in the back checking the players' passport situation out. And I'm having this argument with myself. Oh no, what do I do? And so my first thing is I'll call Lori and I'll just say, hey, can you, I blew it. I forgot my passport. Can you meet me down at the airport? And then I thought, we live 25 minutes from the airport. Lori is not going to be happy.
Nope.
Getting my passport and driving it down there.
Because the airport is really easy to access these days.
And never easy to access, exactly. So I had a quick discussion with myself, and it was either A, it's time for me to embarrass myself in front of the team, or I'm going to have to ask Lori to drive to the airport. I chose the first one. So I said, oh my goodness, I can't believe I forgot my passport. I don't have it. And Stacey Terry Hudson looked at me and like, what? Like you? I mean, she wasn't mean about it. She was just like so surprised. And as I was, and everybody's like, what are you going to do? And I said, well, I live, literally 10 minutes from the school. And I said, I'm going to call Lori right now. Is there any way we can just hold up for 10 minutes?
What?
That's all. It was either that or make Lori drive down, Scrape. You got to understand my options here. They're very limited.
I get it, but I think your mistake means that you have to
do the hard one.
Yeah, you have to deal with the hard part.
I agree. Well, this didn't turn out a whole lot better. Amy, it's her first year on the job, but she's a very nice gal, so I don't have any really, I don't have any cachet with her yet. And she's like looking at her watch, looking at Coach Stacey Terry. She's like, 10 minutes, because that can be a little...
That's stressful.
Well,
it's stressful. And she doesn't care. Her job is to get everybody on that damn plane.
Right. And a lot of times what we don't know, the traveling party doesn't know, is they've already like called ahead and talked. They have a travel agent that's going to kind of expedite the process a little bit. And if they mess up that contact, then everybody's messed up.
So everything is thrown asunder if you got to wait 10 minutes. And but I'm on the phone with Lori, and Lori's like, well, I'm not going to the airport. There's no way. She's like, you tell them that I'll be there in 10 minutes.
You tell them.
And I will give Lori a lot of credit. She, while this discussion was going on, found the passport and was already in the car.
Whoa.
So I give her a ton of credit. She didn't wait for... Okay, go get the passport and hurry up.
Because she knew she wasn't going to the airport. So
she knew she wasn't going to the airport. Exactly, Tony.
She's like, I'm in the car.
She did. She said, I'm in the car. So I told, Amy, and I got Lori on the phone. I'm telling Amy and Coach, I'm like, she's on her way. And I said, I drive this all the time. It really is 10 minutes. And they're like, all right, 10 minutes. So last night, the bus was to leave for the airport at 8 p.m. And Tony, you know this. Everybody knows this. If you're hooked up with anything like this, as Pete Carroll used to say, on time means you're late.
Right.
So Amy's the young lady who handles all the travel and puts together the itinerary. So we're just about ready to leave.
TJ Lacita.
She stands up as the bus is kind of rumbling to life. And she goes, okay, everybody get your passports out. I want to make sure nobody leaves without their passport, because again, you are talking to college kids here, and you don't want
college kids, huh?
That's what she thought she was talking to.
She thought she. So I'm sitting there and I'm thinking to my head, like, you don't need a passport for this trip. I didn't even bring one. We're just going to the Bahamas. And so, yeah.
Before we went to break, had some breaking news for you in NFL.
This is breaking news from 97.3 The Fan.
You're not really tasked with a lot of things to do.
He said, oh, I'm sorry.
I didn't know this got breaking news sounder treatment.
Ravens have hired their new head coach. They are taking on Chargers defensive coordinator Jesse Minter as their head coach, signing him to a 5-year contract, according to Adam Schefter.
I believe are coaches' contracts guaranteed, or is he like?
Oh yeah, I believe so.
Does he stop getting paid?
Don't
the
you
minute
always
he's
have to
let
pay
go?
them? Like guys are still on the hook for paying.
I think the Raiders are on the hook for like 3 coaches.
The Raiders guarantee all theirs, but I don't know if every other team does it. Yeah, the Raiders owe, I believe, $50 million a year to coaches who no longer are with the organization. 42 years old, Jesse Minter, and there's a lot of pressure, I think, for him going to where you're trying to replace. I don't want to say a legend. I don't know if they're going to build a statue of John Harbaugh, but pretty successful. 6 AFC North titles, obviously a Super Bowl, 12 appearances in 18 seasons.
It's perfect time to bring up our overtime.
Yes,
this whole conversation.
We're talking about this.
We hope that you guys get a chance to listen to it. I don't know what time Scraby's going to have
it
up.
exporting now.
Okay, he's getting
so
it
in the
ready.
next hour or so.
Next hour. Interesting topic today. It was very organic on the part of Chris Ello.
It wasn't one of our typical grab ass sessions. We actually got into something today, but
and this would fall into that category. Like, how good of a job have the Ravens done in finding out who Jesse Minter is,
right,
how he's going to affect their organization, and only time will tell. We'll find out.
Right. Were they right or wrong?
Right.
There's no way of knowing. A lot of people could guess.
They think they may know.
I mean, he was a defensive coordinator for Michigan, won the national title, right? With Harbaugh.
Right.
Went to Harbaugh with the Chargers. They've had a pretty good defense. He was with the Ravens back in 2020 as a DB coach, so he knows the organization. They know him. Defensive assistant before that with the Ravens. But we never know how it's all going to translate to being the head guy.
Now he's
and it's up to the Ravens to be the ones to figure that out.
Yeah, to find out,
figure it out,
and help him in any way that they possibly can.
So anyway, good luck to him, Jesse Minter. I was trying to figure this out, but it's too confusing. How many have been hired and how many are still out there? I know the Raiders still need a coach. We know the Steelers still need a coach. There's probably another Buffalo still needs a coach.
Oh, there's a rumor that Brian Dable, who coached there,
I saw he's interviewing.
He's interviewing.
Yes,
so.
yeah, could be Dable.
New Orleans, they got their guy.
Oh, they
Kellen Moore. Last year. Okay. Kellen Moore.
That's right.
Kellen actually,
Cardinals.
Cardinals. That's the other one.
Cardinals. Yeah,
That's
nobody
4.
wants that job. I think they're going to go in without
job.
a coach this year.
Are we missing anyone else?
We could be.
No, Titans have Saleh. I think that's it.
Yeah.
So we got four
jobs
openings left. All right.
Somehow Aaron Glenn kept his job. I'm happy he did, but
he
somehow
just got
he did.
there 1 year. You gotta do.
Well, that's a Woody Johnson special.
Yeah, that's true. He is prone to do things.
But
this is where him being a part of the organization kind of comes into play a little bit. So
true.
But our whole overtime today is a great call. It's about what makes Jesse Minter the choice, and who is deciding whether he's going to be good or bad, and how are they going to, like Steve Biscotti is the owner. I'm sure he's is he good at figuring people out? We don't know.
We also need to mention the Browns.
Browns. There we go. That's another job. Maybe
that's what I was about to say. Maybe that one is at the bottom.
That's
of the
5
list.
teams and still need it. Here's the one thing I'll say, and I bet you people will say it because this is what we do when new coaches are hired. Well, Minter is a defensive head coach. I wonder how Lamar Jackson will feel about that. They do that every time, as if Jesse Minter
was a special teams coach.
So how's Lamar Jackson going to feel about a defensive guy coming in? They always do that as if Jesse Minter's not ever going to even look at the offensive side of the ball, or he's going to hire offensive coordinator.
Somebody that's
people.
Right.
It's like this whole thing that if you hire a defensive coach, that means you're a defensive team now. Not accurate.
All right.
I hope that Lamar Jackson gets ticked off and leaves and goes to the Dolphins. That's one of the things I've been praying for.
Very wishful
for a
thinking.
while. It is very wishful thinking. I've been calling in a lot of cards on that one, Tony.
Yeah,
a lot of favors on that one.
All right, let's. I think Scraby's got a Padres pen pal ready to go. Let's get to it.
All right, we actually have some pretty calm Padres Pen Pals today.
Because they heard my positive spin yesterday, and everybody's been appeased.
I've also been made aware by a friend that Chris was talking about a cracker biscotti. It's biscotti.
Oh, the owner?
So the biscotti cracker we got to mention here.
I don't know. Sorry to that friend. But you should know that I always think of food before all else.
I was like, when he said that, I was like, is that a cookie or a cracker?
I don't know.
I think it's like the chocolate.
It's delicious.
Possibly.
And nutritious.
Let's look it up.
All right. We'll get into Padres Pen Pals while Tony's looking up what a biscotti is.
Okay.
Chris is going to be first on this one. There are still so many options in free agency right now, but I don't really know where they're going to go with DH. I've heard you say the DH position can be fluid, but I think the team needs a traditional DH to hold down that spot. Chris, do you think the Padres need a traditional DH?
Well, they've tried that, right? Nelson Cruz was a traditional DH.
Yeah.
That didn't go too well.
Matt Carpenter.
Matt Carpenter was, at that point in his career, certainly a traditional DH. I don't think you have to. I believe, well, first of all, we thought Gavin Sheets last year and said, well, he can't hit left-handed pitching, so you're going to have to get somebody on the other side. And then he went out and proved us wrong. He went out and hit left-handed pitching pretty well. As I line it up right now, Gavin Sheets is my DH, right?
I do like that.
Okay,
I do.
But I wouldn't mind having a right-handed bat to go along with that. I think that's what they're going to be looking at.
I think
somebody on that side that can slug a little bit and give them the ability to play Gavin Sheets at first and give Gavin Sheets the ability to run around the outfield once in a while. But so I think when you ask what are they looking for, I think that would be something that would be high on their list, a right-handed hitter with some pop. And if you're asking me what else they're going to get, if they can find a fourth starting pitcher, I think that would be fantastic.
We're just on the DH. We have pitchers later.
Oh, he only wants DH.
Yeah, we're just talking. Yeah, we have pitchers later.
All right, I'm looking for names that are jumping out at the.
Don't take away his other
sorry.
question.
Yeah, you sent me into a frenzy when I don't have another topic.
Name that pops out right away is, we talked about him last week, Paul Goldschmidt. You want to take a shot? I mean, he's a right-hander with pop.
Is he Nelson Cruz? Is he Matt Carpenter?
Right.
Is he Jason Hayward? Is he
would you want to try again with Ty France?
I would. And Ty's still out there.
I love Ty France, but so that's what I'm looking at.
Tony, do you think the Padres need a traditional DH?
What is a traditional DH?
Here's the spirit. No, here's the spirit of the question.
Hear me out.
Yeah,
I don't think a traditional DH exists anymore. I mean, there are maybe a handful of quote unquote traditional DHs. Marcell Ozuna comes to mind. Can somebody help me out? Who else is? I guess is Stanton. I guess
he's a traditional
DH.
Schwarber.
Schwarber's a traditional DH.
Shohei, kind of. Because he doesn't play a position.
He can't be in a category. He's in like a.
These guys are too new. Traditional DHs are Hank Aaron. Back in the old days.
I think of like Rob Deere. I think
Rob Deere. There you go. There's a guy that never even saw a glove.
Traditional, like only DH.
Right. I want somebody who doesn't even own a glove. If you want traditional.
Yeah. So I'm not sure. that's even a thing anymore.
Right. It's not, because you only have four guys on the bench.
Right. And depending on your roster, right, you may see more value in being able to rotate DHs because, you need to get guys off their feet. If you have a traditional DH, he's in there.
Yep.
Every day.
I think the spirit of the question was more on that side. Like, instead of using the guy who's getting a day off as a DH, do you have a guy that is a DH?
Well, Marcell Ozuna, Andrew McCutchen are names in that vein.
I love Andrew McCutchen.
He loves Andrew McCutchen. 39 years old, but he's been productive.
He's still productive.
Yeah.
I mean,
Starling Marte kind of dropping off, I feel.
I need to see him healthy here because he's been beat up. But I love McCutchen. I mean,
there's a lot of options.
There's some options that I think you can do for cheap, too.
It's why I said yesterday, I believe in what the Padres have right now is a decent team. But I believe we know AJ is going to strike here. There's going to be too many guys sitting around in mid-January. Well, it's already late January. In February, right, that want a job. And AJ is going to pluck somebody.
He is going to pluck.
Did I say pluck?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
You said the right word there. All right, next topic.
Tommy Pham's available.
I think I don't know that he's coming back to San Diego.
People with that one.
I don't know he's coming back here. After seeing Freddie Peralta was traded to the Mets, it made me think, if the Brewers can trade a big rotation piece, can't the Padres? The Brewers rotation seems to be okay with 3 strong starters and then a group of pitchers that could be the 4th and 5th starters. So if Nick Pivetta was traded, the rotation would go King, Musgrove, Randy Vasquez, plus 2 others. Tony, do the Padres have a good enough 1-2-3 to subtract Pivetta?
What?
Yes, I think they would have a good enough 1-2-3. I don't know that you want to put yourself in that position, though. I think more is better on the pitching side.
Mm-hmm.
Because unless
they ran out of pitching last
Right.
year on a year when you thought you had a ton of it.
That's true.
I think unless you feel really good that the offense is going to be a top tier offense, you gotta hang on to that pitching until it's proven otherwise. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Like, so yeah, I mean, yes, they could survive. They could have. I think they could. But it would be.
Here's another right-hander.
It would be choppy waters for sure.
Here's another right-hander that doesn't own a glove, Wilmer Flores.
Yep.
Don't hate that guy. And he does play a lot of positions if you put him in.
So
to
he's the
rest
first
guys.
person in your book of people you like?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe, yeah.
Chris, do you think they have a good enough 1, 2, 3 to subtract Pivetta?
No. Same things as Tony, but I wouldn't go there. I don't think subtracting your best pitcher is a way to go. It might work for the Brewers, but not for
By the way, the
Padres.
Brewers are like one of the best offenses in all of baseball, so they can cover up some of that.
Yeah, they got
Depleted pitching.
Woodruff, Priester, Mizorowski.
It's one of these things where
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I don't think that 3 is all that great. Mizorowski
is a question mark.
is a wait and see.
Yeah.
Priester had a great
You
year
gotta
last year, but
prove it
he's
to me
not
again.
proven yet.
What's the other one? Woodruff.
Yeah,
Can he
Woodruff.
stay healthy?
Yeah, he's hurt all the time.
Can he
And
stay
then
healthy?
you got like 6 guys for 2 spots. We aren't the Brewers, so this stemmed from a conversation that I was seeing on Reddit last night between fans. People need
Get
to
a life, will you?
No, it's
Scrappy?
not
do
get
something else.
Oh, you're telling me to get a life.
Yes.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. I didn't want to tell people to get a life.
At least they're in the discussion. You're
Yeah.
watching the discussion.
Oh, I love watching the
Oh,
discussion.
goodness.
It's great. All right, next one.
This is why you need to see. This is what leads you into the comments right here. That whole
Oh, I always go for the comments.
get out of the comments, and then you go.
No
mad.
one.
It's so
yeah.
funny. Scrappy.
All right. So this is one I just made up. I'm going to be completely honest. This is the second Mackenzie Gore trade of his career. Tony, do you think the Padres got out at the right time, or do the trades not reflect how teams feel about him?
No, I don't think. I don't think trades reflect how teams feel about him. Well, you know what? I can't say that. I don't think it's a high percentage of how they feel about McKenzie. It may have a piece of a bit about how they feel, but I think in McKenzie's case, first question, you said, did the Padres get out
At the right time.
at the right time? Yes, because they were at a stage in their process where they were trying to win now. McKenzie needed to be in a place where he could kind of be allowed to go out and make mistakes, and it wasn't necessarily going to hurt the ball club, right? Could you imagine having McKenzie in the 22 season? As you know, as much as he kind of struggled in those early years, it'd have been tough. We would have known he was going to be this good, but Padres were just at a different point. So yes, I think they had to go. And I don't think this says a lot about how they feel. Nationals are in the middle of trying to rebuild. He is one of the best assets, if not the best asset they had on the major league roster. And so they made a move that they felt was helping them. The Rangers get a piece they feel like can help them win now because he's ready for that portion of his career. So I don't think the Padres got out on time, and I don't think that it's a reflection on how teams feel about them.
Okay. Chris?
I think Tony hit it. I want to just point one more thing out along with this question, since Tony, I think, covered what I would just be repeating. Remember, all of you who think the Padres gave up way too much to get Juan Soto. Just remember this. Juan Soto came. We went to the championship. The Nationals got all of those guys to rebuild. Here they are 3 years later.
Yep.
They're doing it again because
all they got to show for it right now, as it looks, is two trade assets in CJ Abrams, who could go. He's still on their roster now. And with Mackenzie Gore, who's already been shipped.
And
out.
they still have James Wood.
They got James
But
Wood.
my point being, rebuilding teams, you trade 5 for 1. It doesn't guarantee that you're going to ever be good.
James
And
Wood
here we are 3 days later or 3 years later, you're doing the same thing because you're not good yet.
James Wood is going to be a fantastic player.
Yes,
And
but is that going to translate to any wins?
Translated to wins at this point.
Right.
And he could very well be a trade piece before it's all said and done too.
Now, that's all I'm saying. I know the Padre fans who we traded the world to get Juan Soto, but we did get something for it. And the Nationals the Nationals still have nothing for that.
And we still have Randy Vasquez, and we still have Johnny Brito.
Okay.
He's making his way back.
Just throwing that in there.
All right, quickly, last one. Chris, you're up first. You guys talked about Mad Max a few weeks ago for the Padres. What about Verlander?
I already told you how I feel. I would Mad Max, Justin Verlander, all them cats. I think they fit in very well.
Chris?
Is it bad that my mind went to Yeah, I'm not going to say.
I know. I think I know.
To.
I think I know.
Do you know what do you think you know?
Should I say?
No,
I think you're right.
Okay.
I think you're right.
Okay, I'm going to tell you in the break.
Yeah. Don't breathe life into that.
I hate my mind. Verlander really pitched well last year. He didn't win any games, but that was not his fault.
He was not great in the beginning.
He was good.
Oh, it took a little bit,
yeah.
but guys, he went 6 innings, no runs. It seemed like every time, and it would leave the game and they'd blow the game.
Padres touched him up at the end of the year.
He pitched pretty well. I hate to tell you.
No problem with a Verlander or a Scherzer in that 4th spot. Not at all.
None.
Final question.
We have to go over.
Yeah, it should be really quick. Chris, what's your favorite food in the ballpark? And you can't say Spiros. I'm making that rule.
I don't know where they sell it, but it's that big, unbelievably juicy, fat hot dog that we were served out in the.
Is it the Barrio dog?
Whatever they called it. But remember, we got that out in the suite last year.
My mouth is watering thinking about it.
Those are good.
Yeah.
Tony, what's your favorite food at the ballpark? You dumpling guy?
No, I'm not a dumpling guy. What is the Cardiff area, the seaside market?
Yeah,
they got the
Cardiff.
They
crack?
got these chicken thighs, like garlic type deals. Some broccoli. That's my favorite.
Broccoli.
We're gonna be back at Petco Park before we know it.
Yes,
Smelling the smells.
Yes, we are. Or Gwynn and Chris on the other side.
Hour number 1. Gwynn and Chris, 97.3 The Fan. Heading into a daily gambit here shortly. We talked a lot about the heartbreaking call in the game last night. Aztecs lose by 1 at Grand Canyon. I did get a text from somebody said they were sitting behind the Aztec bench last night, and Tay Simmons, after the play, went over to Brian Dutcher and incredulously said to his coach, I never touched him. So whether he did or not, like I said, I think the official was guessing a little, and you shouldn't guess to decide the game.
That feels like
middle of the second quarter, fine. Not there.
You trying to, I don't know. I'm just being bitter right now.
We're all bitter.
It just feels like if that is the case and you are guessing,
yes,
you're trying to like be a part
you're
of
kind
the
of
show.
deciding the game.
You're trying to get with
I think you're emboldened by the fact that you are a top 10 official in the country, and which all 3 of them were. And I think this official said, hey, I'm top 10. I calling it.
Yeah, that was brutal.
I don't think anyone else would have.
Brutal.
I think if they would have had the typical wimpy Mountain West officials,
we would have finally been.
We would have had a win. We would have had a win last night. But for one night, we had good officials, or quote good officials. Mark Ziegler in the 5 o'clock hour with more on that. Randy Jones' celebration of life is Saturday. We are going to take a few minutes to celebrate his life on our program in the 3 o'clock hour today. Daily Gambit is coming up. Real quick, I just went through the list of free agents, and maybe I missed somebody, but I got 23 current free agents that are former Padres. 23. That means you could build a whole team of former Padres, put them all back on the Padres. The likes of Hunter Renfroe, Donovan Solano, Ty France, Adam Frazier. Remember Luis Urias?
Yeah.
He was going to be the next great thing.
Yeah.
Jankowski, Manuel Margot just got a haircut. He's out there.
I see what you're doing there.
Clevenger. Remember Clevenger was going to be
just got a haircut.
There we go. Thank you.
I didn't know what he was doing there, so thank you for helping.
you.
It's been a while since Fran Meal was played.
Here's a couple of names that you used to love here. Chris Paddock, the free agent. The sheriff is out there. Martin Perez, who was a hero a couple years ago, is out there. So is our other guy that we like, Nick Martinez.
Yeah.
Another guy we like.
Nicky Tight Pants is out there.
Anyway, that's just some of the names that we
Tight Pants.
that we could re-up with a lot of those guys. They're all available. All right, Scrabe, let's do we got anything else before the Daily Gambit? We are at the Bill House Studios. We know how.
Daily Gambit is our daily sports betting segment here on Gwynn and Chris. Please, everybody, gamble responsibly. They're introducing Chris's new coach on TV. He looks terrified. I don't know what
he looks terrified. And
Tony, look at the guy. Oh, you missed
the guy on the right is the new coach. But I did read the story. The general manager, and I'm
there.
He does look like he's being held hostage.
Yeah, guy on the right is the new coach. He looks scared to death. Guy on the left is the new GM. And I'm not easy to please, but I read all of his quotes, and I have to say I liked them.
Okay.
He sounds like I liked what he had to say. It doesn't mean anything necessarily, but asked him about the quarterback thing, Tua, the whole thing, and he said, hey, that's something we're going to have to deal with, and that's all he can say. But what I liked he said is, it doesn't matter who our quarterback is if we don't get a good team. And that's right. The Dolphins always go the other way. They get the quarterback, the receiver, and all these, but they don't have the inner workings.
Right.
This guy said we got to get that right before we can get.
And he's coming from Green Bay. Is that
So
where
I
he's
like
coming from?
that.
Green Bay.
So I like those comments. We'll see if it works.
Hopefully the coach is okay.
Yeah, the coach looked like he is in the deer in the headlights.
If you're
He
under
almost looked like
duress.
what was our guy from the Jets back in the day?
Oh, Adam Gase.
Adam Gase.
Oh, that's true.
Don't give me Adam Gase
Oh
again.
man,
Although I would almost take it. Adam Gase got the Dolphins to a playoff one year.
That's
somehow.
crazy.
That's true.
All right.
That
All
is
right.
true.
Bets last night: Arizona Wildcats minus 13.5 against Cincinnati Bearcats. We all went AZ. AZ won by 26, 77-51.
Hey, that team is really good.
And they were up by 8 late, so I thought maybe it was a game, and then they just wore them out. Cincinnati just had no chance to keep up with them.
Nebraska minus 10.5 points.
Love the odds.
Against Washington. Nebraska won, but they only won by 10, not 11.
And Washington
So,
wins. Those
yeah.
guys on the odds are crazy.
That is crazy. Aztecs minus 1.5. We all picked the Aztecs. We all know they lose. We can go past that. The total score of the game was 70-69, and it was over under 143.5. You guys said under. I said over. It was 139. So
just under.
Yeah. Brunson over under 26.5 points last night for the Knicks. We all went over. He had 20.
Did we see the final score of this game?
I told you they was going to come out mean.
Did you see the final score?
I did not.
Knicks 120, Nets 66.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's why Brunson didn't score more than 20. I don't believe he was playing at the end of that game.
Gosh, that is brutal.
How does that happen?
Can you imagine who was the home team?
I don't know. It's in New York.
New York was.
Oh, I was going to say, can you imagine being the home team fans and
I can
having to score 66
I'll tell you
points?
what I can imagine being the official. I've worked some of those high school games with similar spreads, unfortunately.
UCLA women minus 39.5 against Purdue women. You guys went Purdue. I went UCLA. UCLA demolished Purdue 96-48, which is a 48-point spread. So they cover.
Yeah.
And then Naomi Osaka minus 2.5 games, right, Chris?
Yeah.
You guys went Osaka. I went Circe. Osaka won 6-3, 4-6, 6-2. So she had 5 games that she won.
And would you like to carry on the Osaka conversation today, or do you just want to
We're past the
steer
Osaka
clear of it?
conversation.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just leaving it open for you. I got asked by every member of my softball team last night, pretty much, what the hell was Gravy thinking on the Osaka stuff?
It was wild to me. This is like sometimes, like I drive home thinking I'm worried about something that I said, and that is never talked about. But then something that I'm not worried about is like everyone's mad at me for.
You caught everybody with that one yesterday.
You know what? I told Adam this before. Never mind. I've been trying. I apologized on the Chronicles. I said this. I shouldn't have made fun of her look because that's just piling on to her, sort of. Anyway, thanks, Chris.
You're welcome.
I was doing great until you brought that up.
Well, he brought it up before the show. We didn't, because there was a little controversy in the match. Because Osaka was celebrating between points, and afterwards, Circe would not really give her a good handshake.
She gave her like a dead fish.
Kind of a
handshake.
dead fish, and Osaka said, "What's the deal?" And now people are saying Osaka was behaving badly.
I did not say that.
You brought it up.
No, I brought it up because I was asking genuinely, is that a bad thing?
Right. If being pumped up in between,
like, so it was a serve, it was a fault.
That was out of pocket.
Okay.
By Osaka.
But cheering after a point is scored is right. Fine.
You cheer yourself after a point scored, but I don't think you should cheer.
I think what was the other lady's name? Circe.
Yeah.
I think we should give her some grace to it. If I'm not mistaken, that was like her
very last match. She's
match.
moving on. And she, after the words, was very classy.
Yeah, she did. She
asked
said
about it. She said, that's between us. I want to talk about,
She also said it was blown out of proportion, too. So, I mean.
But Scraby is the one keeping it blown out of proportion today.
Chris loves to make me look like a bad person. But I was genuinely, just like the time that the person got mad because there was a net ball and the person didn't say you got lucky or whatever it was.
I remember that one.
Oh,
too.
Yeah. That's right.
So that's ridiculous as well. I don't think there was anything that Naomi Osaka did wrong, but I'm not a tennis person, so I was asking.
All I know is, as Tony likes to say, no lies told. I got asked by 3 different people last night, so that's why I wanted to bring it up.
That's great.
They were asking me, what did I say? I don't have an answer for Scraby. And you don't have one either.
Just move on.
Lakers 1.5 over the Clippers tonight. I think they're at Clippers. I'm going to go Clippers, Tony. Sorry. Clippers looked terrible the other night, but I think they were tired back-to-back in Chicago. They get a little rest. I think Kawhi is supposed to be back, and that makes a difference. So I'll take the Clippers plus 1.5. Tony, I'm sure you're taking Lake Show.
You better believe it, baby.
Scrape?
I'll go Lakers.
Lakers, okay. T-Wolves 8.5 over the hot shooting Bulls. Bulls made 25 threes the other night. They'll probably make 2 tonight. Tony, who you like here? T-Wolves at home.
T-Wolves.
T-Wolves are pretty good. Bulls are so, their record is what they are. They look good one night. They look terrible one night. Scraby?
They might be the hardest bet that we make.
They are.
I'm going to go with them.
Go with the Bulls.
But
I'm going to say the
let me
Bulls
down.
carry over the hot shooting and stay in the game. Ant-Man 30.5 points in this game. Yeah, Bulls haven't guarded anyone all year. Scraby?
Yeah, I'll go over.
Over. Sounds like an over. Tony? Have faith in who would the Bulls even put on Ant-Man?
That's a great question.
They don't have anybody. They used to have old Alex Caruso, but they don't have anybody like that anymore.
Give me the over.
Luka Doncic -7 against James Harden. And this is points, rebounds, and assists. All 3 categories. Tony.
Points, rebounds.
Oh, no, I'm first. Sorry, I don't want to. Yeah, points, rebounds, and assists. I'm going to say Doncic. This guy puts up 38, 40 points every game, and if you guard him, he gets assists. So I'll say him. Tony, you're going him, I would assume.
Believe it.
Scrab, you want anything for the beard here? Beard is,
I'll take the beard
I'll take
-7
the beard,
or
okay.
+7. I'm sorry.
+7, yeah. UCSD basketball on our air after the game today.
That's right.
Playing at UC Davis. Tritons favored by 1.5. I believe the Tritons are undefeated in conference play. Tony, UCD must be decent, though, if it's only a 1.5 point spread. You're going to go Davis. Okay. Scraby?
Davis is 11-7.
Okay, but they are home.
They are home. I got to go with our Tritons.
Tritons. It's a tough match, but I'll say Tritons also. One more. Alex DeMinar, who's from Australia, 3rd round match. He is the 6th seed. He's favoring American Francis Tiafoe, who's a really good player, seeded 29th in this tournament. DeMinar is favored by 6.5 games. Scraby. Remember, best of 5 in the men's, so you can, if you win, you can win by more than.
Why are you shaking your head?
I'm just like, I could throw a dart and just choose.
Well,
I'll go with the guy who's getting +6.5.
Okay. What research did you do for your Bulls Timberwolves pick? That was kind of a dart too, was it not?
I at least know who the Bulls are.
You don't know who Tiafoe is?
I've heard of Tiafoe. I know he's good, but I've never heard of DeMinar.
Well, he's number 6, and he's an Australian. Who'd you take?
I took the who was the guy's name again?
You're taking the Australian guy. No,
Tiafoe.
you took Tiafoe. Tiafoe to me is not in good form. DeMinar is. I'll take him. It doesn't mean I'm right.
Give me Tiafoe.
Tiafoe as well. Both of you go against my tennis knowledge. All right, break time. Gwynn and Chris.
Oh, wait.
What?
I'm not ready.
Oh,
You're not ready to go to break?
No, now I am, but there's no traffic until later in the break.
Jackson Dart is excited about John Harbaugh coming to town. Says he can't wait to play for him. I'm sure the young quarterback is looking forward to some stability.
Hoping
in
that
his first year.
John Harbaugh will teach Jackson some of Lamar Jackson's moves, but
yeah,
you might be able to teach the moves. It's another thing to actually do them, like Lamar Jackson does.
I would just advise Jackson to get down. Don't try to do Lamar Jackson moves. Just slide so you can have
show him some highlights of Tua, and then that'll cure him immediately.
Couple things kind of floating around here in today's news. Do you remember the former Michigan head coach Sharon Moore?
I do.
Yes, I do too.
He's been out of the news for a while. I'm happy to see he's back in the news because that gives us something to rail about.
Yes. A lawyer for the head coach said that Thursday that I assume the young lady is seeking to have the home invasion and other charges against him dismissed.
Get it all dismissed
at this point.
Wouldn't that be nice if the judge said, "Yep, you're off the hook"?
Say that one more time.
The lawyer for Sharon Moore said Thursday that she is seeking to have the home invasion and other charges against him drop. Not the
I heard the victim was saying. Okay,
not the victim.
Right. The lawyer said.
Yeah, I get it now.
It's interesting to me, a couple of things. What they're basically trying to say here is that the interviews with the victim were taken out of context and that she didn't really say what they thought she said, in which case Sharon Moore didn't really even do anything wrong. Although it's hard for me to throw out the home invasion part of it, being as he was in the home, right?
Yeah,
so I don't know how they're going to get around that.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Sharon Moore's 39. He is in people were asking, is he still in jail? Where is he at? He's out, but he's got one of those tracking devices on. I don't know how those work, and I shouldn't ask Gray because that'll make me sound like he knows.
I mean,
but does anybody know?
I do
is that
kind of
like
know.
something you put around your ankle and you're just wearing it all day, or
yeah? And once you leave a certain
how do you
area,
put your socks on, or you don't wear socks for a long time, or
or
can you take it off just to put your socks on?
Back in the day when you almost
had one.
I almost had one like 15 years ago.
Okay.
They told me that always had to touch my skin.
Yeah.
Always. So there were no socks that you could put underneath the thing.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It always had to touch my skin.
Well,
and then you have to like charge it at night, and so you have to sit next to the wall with your foot.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
I don't know what it's like now.
It's like plugging your phone in, I guess.
It was how that's 15 years ago.
Yeah.
So I'm sure. I hope technology has gotten a little bit better.
Yeah, do some wireless charging.
But then again, that might be part of like why
part of your punishment.
Yeah, like you got to sit next to your foot next to the wall to the outlet.
Sharon Moore looked a little sharper today in a suit than he did the last time we saw him when he was.
He was going through it.
Completely, going through it. That's a good way to put it. The day after he was fired, right now he's a disgrace. And if that changes, I'll change my opinion. But we'll see if he's able to get all of this stuff thrown out. It's not a bad idea. If you're the lawyer, you're representing, you've got nothing to lose. The worst they can do is say, no, we're not throwing it out. So.
In other news, in football news, NFL, we go to the pros. Indianapolis Colts on Thursday acknowledged the existence of an FBI investigation into the death of former owner Jim Irsay and the potential involvement of a California doctor who repeatedly prescribed pain pills and ketamine. We saw this.
Ketamine was the Matthew Perry thing.
The Matthew Perry deal. However, the team has not been contacted by FBI officials and no subpoenas have been issued, according to the club. Remind you guys, Irsay died in May at 65 from what was described as cardiac arrest.
He was at the Beverly Hills Hotel when that happened.
The Washington Post, which first reported the news of the FBI probe, said the FBI is seeking records and information about Irsay's death, substance use, and his relationship with a Dr. Harry Mann, Harantunian.
The doctor's last name. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna go with it. The California addiction specialist. The Post cited a grand jury subpoena issued early this month in Los Angeles and stated that people close to Irsay have been contacted. So you were asking about some of the details earlier, Scraby. It sounds like there is some suspicion of some kind of wrongdoing.
Just malpractice. I think would be the way.
I was wanted to go with malpractice, but I wasn't 1,000% sure that was the right way.
My thing, I think this is a really tough one, and we don't know, and we don't get all the information. We're not in the courtroom. We don't hear all of the testimony on stuff like this. But if you're a doctor and you're treating somebody who is, either completely anxious, but you're an addiction specialist, but your patient has just tons of anxiety or can't sleep for like days and days or is in pain, and you're prescribing him stuff to try to help, and maybe that's not helping. What do you do if you're the doctor? It seems to me maybe to prescribe a little bit more to try to help give the person some relief. And if the person is also on the side doing drugs and other things that maybe you don't know about, these are the kinds of cocktails that kill people. But if the doctor is knowingly putting him in danger, then it is on the doctor. How do you make the decision?
Trip this fact right here. It says Irsay, who spent long stretches in California, died at the Beverly Hills Hotel. The Post has reported, give it another shot with this doctor's last name, that Harutinian was also staying at the hotel and treating Irsay before his passing. Like he was in the hotel
with him.
Yeah. So
I like Michael Jackson, go back to the great singer. I mean, we don't know what happened. Prince, we don't know what happened. But it seems like all of them were a little bit similar, right? Were there drugs mixed with prescription?
It was prescription drugs,
or was it just prescription drugs?
Okay. Well, there could have been some recreational things, but mostly it was the prescription drugs.
Right. But so is that always on the doctor, or does the doctor give and I'm using him, but as an example, but does he give him a prescription, says take 2 of these, and Michael Jackson takes 6 of those? Now is it on the doctor? Or is it on Michael Jackson?
I know, and Michael Jackson,
those are tough.
He was having like
withdrawal symptoms,
with and like actual stuff to put him asleep.
Yeah, he went. Yeah,
if you were
a new level,
if you were a doctor, though, you would want to give some relief to these people.
But you also have the responsibility to know when it's beyond.
What's the limit,
right?
Yeah.
But
Matthew
I've also
Perry's in the same conversation.
But I've also heard stories throughout the years, and I'm not saying this is this case, but people with money will find a doctor that they just pay, and it's all then legal. And
but I think
it's not legal, but it is legal.
Right. In that case, because Matthew Perry, I think, was using or working with doctors that completely were skirting the rules, and all of those doctors have been charged and are in different stages of, arrest, trouble, jail, wherever they are. So in the Matthew Perry case, I know the doctors, were in a lot of trouble. This is just difficult.
I'm not a doctor, but I think I would be able to tell when it was too much.
I would think so,
like
too.
When you're prescribing
I get it,
elephant levels of medication.
But Scraby,
I think because of you're not a doctor, you might not know what that looks like.
But what I'm trying to say is, if you are giving the proper prescription, and the guy goes into his hotel room and is now taking whatever he or she wants, how is that on you?
It's a slippery slope.
That's what I'm trying to get to.
I would ultimately take it as my fault because I was the one who took the 6 pills.
I don't think
you can't speak at that point.
Right, you're dead.
You're gone.
Point.
Yeah.
So
I'll write a note.
If Robert Irsay wrote a note and said, "You know what? I'm taking way too much medicine here, so I could die," then the doctor would be off the hook. But that, I'm sure, did not happen.
No.
All right. Let's get to break. On the other side.
Speaking of sad.
Yes, we will
celebrate a little Randy.
Talk a little Randy Jones, who, as we said, memorial is on Saturday. Chris will be in attendance. I, too, will be in attendance. Get a chance to talk about him here next on Gwynn and Chris.
And what is before they try, what is the heat index they're facing? Do we know? Or
Well, you could look up the Scoville on a ghost pepper.
Yeah.
It's one of the world's hottest. There's a couple of hotters.
Scoville's the measurement unit.
The X pepper and all of that.
Thanks for the education because I did not know.
I've allowed milk and bread, but if I was asked,
tell us the actual rules of this. Like
the rule is,
see if you can do it. I guess
you guys alternate spoonfuls until one of you can't.
One of you can't do it anymore.
Yeah. That's not happening.
Until you can't do it anymore.
I will take
and
one.
The winner, Scrady, has a jar of a couple of my jars.
I think they both are winners if they pass this.
The winners.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course.
There will be no back and forth. There will be one spoonful.
Now, this is the one that he has right now.
The 38?
Maybe.
Okay. All right.
No, this right here, I've been putting on some of my turkey burgers.
Good stuff.
This is hot.
Okay.
Right, we do
All right, here we go.
All right. Let's
Adam's
do it.
ready. There, away he goes.
spoonful
He does have a full spoonful for those listening.
I'm literally sweating watching him do
a
this
full
right
spoon?
now. That's a full spoon.
All right.
That is a full
Down
spoon.
the hatch we go.
All right.
And man, he went the whole thing. He did not. He did not trickle that down the throat. He just
hasn't reached for the milk yet.
Scraby's coming over.
When does the heat kick in?
Oh,
I knew it.
When does the heat kick in? Wow.
You better go, dude.
There goes Scraby.
They both
Scraby,
did.
did you swallow that, Scraby? Yeah.
That is some good stuff.
It's delicious.
delicious.
We're gonna see it.
Tasty.
I'm gonna watch you now.
I'm feeling it already. Adam, are you?
No.
He's
Adam's
feeling good.
feeling nothing. All right, so take another spoonful, Adam. You'll win.
Oh, come on. Now we're double dipping.
He's all
you
one
can't put your
spoonful.
same
That's
spoon
not
in
what the
there.
competition's all about.
We always said
Spoonful
that.
too?
Yeah, go
Oh
for it.
yeah.
I always said that Adam Klug was kind of had a.
I at least used a different spoon. No double dipping.
All right.
I didn't know where I don't.
I
think
always
it
thought
matters.
Adam Klug had a cold persona, but evidently it's just the opposite.
All right,
Big
He
boss
is
Michael
handling
Bowles
it.
in the
Wait,
YouTube
now,
chat,
dog.
by the way.
What you waiting on? You let laughing it drip in your hand. Oh, okay.
Scraby, where are you? Let me see.
Okay.
I'm just looking at Adam, and Adam's not having any problem at all.
Look at you, Adam.
Adam is backed up.
College
But
boy.
this
I must tell you, Tony,
hold on.
that Adam has cashed the check.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
he did.
cashed
You
his
said I wouldn't
check.
be able to catch
I
you.
did.
No, you
I
cashed
sure
it,
did.
man.
You proved
cashed
me
it
wrong,
for
my
sure.
friend. I
Scraby,
gotta tell you though, this is further proof that whatever we got him with that
the
tie,
tie thing,
was
yeah, because
super weak.
this is less than a 10,
he's
right?
He's over here having a difficult time.
You're turning a little red,
The tie
Scraby.
was just as bad.
You're turning a
This
little
hit me
red.
By the way,
faster.
this is delicious.
Oh my
Oh,
God!
he's
He's
going
making
there.
another one.
Yes.
Come on, Adam. Wow, you're gonna have to come back in 6 months with like an 88.
Oh.
38.
We'll have to go with the higher Scoville next time.
All right. Oh, wow. Look at this guy. He's talking
Drop.
trash now.
Well, he
I haven't had a sip of milk or bread.
He hasn't even reached for it.
No, he doesn't
came out
even
of the
need the
gates
bread.
talking trash.
All right.
All right. Now I'm going to take another one.
What?
Well,
Why
you got
are
you got a
doing
whole
this
other
to
spoon.
yourself?
No, because I don't want.
You don't want Adam to say
He,
he
by
has
the way,
wheat sauce,
yeah, he
baby.
get the whole
Full spoon,
get the same
baby.
thing that like he's dropping it all in there.
Keep the studio clean.
It's all anybody's
Big
worried
boss
about.
Michael watching over here. Come on.
Ooh, boy, Scrabe, get back in front of the camera. Your face is red, Scrabe, isn't it, Tony? Are you
I'm
seeing
sweating.
the same thing?
You are sweating. Your face is definitely.
Why do you keep doing this?
You're not feeling anything?
Adam hasn't even
Anything?
moved over
I
there.
feel a 1 or maybe a 2 out of 10 here.
Wow.
Adam
That's ridiculous
Klug-
because I'm.
Wow.
Adam Klug is a tough
Brady's
son
now
of a
bent
gun.
over the trash can.
No,
over
I had
there.
to spit.
I was going to say, it looks like Adam Klug may be producing the rest of the show because he's fine. Scraby may need
Scraby's
to
going to
go
bed.
get
bed. Yeah, you know,
assistance.
want the milk, dude? It might
Frank
work
predicted
better.
that.
No.
Oh, did he?
Frank
Scraby's having
predicted that.
bread.
Oh yeah, that Adam would just cruise through this with
Frank
no problem.
predicted this.
He did.
Frank on the last show.
I
said
know you
Adam
had
would
it
have
like
no
that.
He
problem.
did.
I got a newfound respect from Tony Gwynn Jr.
Yes,
here.
you do.
So-
all right.
So Scraby has the prizes for you, Adam. You have one, a jar of the ghost
You can
pepper
have as much of this
salsa
as you want at all
and
times.
the,
Yeah.
Mr. Lane's Roasty 38 chili powder.
You should let me have that chili powder though. I think I do. I think I would do more damage.
Started
with
off
this.
giving me the mild. My
And what is before they try, what is the heat index they're facing? Do we know? Or
Well, you could look up the Scoville on a ghost pepper.
yeah.
It's one of the
Suspect.
world's hottest. There's a couple of hotters.
Scoville's the
Reaper
measurement
and
unit.
The X pepper and all of that.
Thanks for the education because I did not know.
I've allowed
Yeah.
milk and bread, but if I was
So
asked,
tell
I would have
us the
said no.
actual rules of this. this. Like
The rule
Want to see if
is
he can do it. I guess
you guys alternate spoonfuls until one of you can't.
That's
one of
not
you can't
happening.
do it anymore.
Yeah,
That's not happening.
until you can't do it anymore.
I will take
And
one
the winner,
spoonful of
Scrady,
this.
has a jar of
it
a
is.
couple of my jars.
I think they
Products.
both are winners if they pass
Hold on
this.
one
I
second.
hate to
Winners.
say, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
There will be no back and forth. There will be one spoonful.
Now I am.
This is the one that he has right now.
The 38,
Maybe.
Okay. All right.
maybe. These are always tough segments, but I'm going to try not to make it that way. Let's try to have some fun with it, and let's try to celebrate a little bit. That's what they're going to be doing Saturday, 11 a.m. at Petco Park, and I'm really feeling like a lot of Padre fans are going to come out for this. I hope you do. They're opening the gates at 10 a.m. Saturday. You come down to Petco Park, 11 a.m. They start the ceremony, celebration of life for one of the legends of the Padres, Randy Jones, passed away in mid-November. Admission is free. They do want you to go online and get some tickets in advance. Go there. You can go to MLB.com, or I'm sure the Padres website. Get a ticket to go in, but it's free. And we're going to talk a little bit about Randy here. Before we do, though, Scraby, get us home, or help get us home. Randy Jones was a friend of all of ours here at the station. But much more than that, I mean, he was a hero to a lot of you, a lot of our fans here in San Diego. And I think Tony will quickly tell you, and all of us, that before Mr. Padre, Tony's dad, there was Randy. And he was really the first, player, I think, that put San Diego Padres baseball on the map. We know he won a Cy Young in 1976. Here's a couple things you may not remember about him.
Real quick.
Yeah, sorry, Tony.
I think it's important to understand what you mean by, was really the first one, Mr. Padre. I mean, he was the first one to embrace San Diego as his
return.
Own. Right.
Yeah.
And so it's not by chance that he ended up being here his whole adult life.
Yeah. He was born in Fullerton. He went to Chapman College in Orange County, and then was drafted by the Padres, 5th round in 1972, and was in the bigs by 1973. He ended up the all-time, and still is, the all-time leader for the Padres in games started, 253. Innings pitched, 1,766. Complete games. I better hold on to this record, Tony. 71 complete games.
Yeah.
Don't see anybody matching that.
Nope.
Don't see anybody getting to 18 shutouts either. He had 92 wins as a Padres, second only.
You said he was drafted in 72 and was in the big leagues in 73?
73, yeah.
I mean, that starts the timeline. You get a little bit of not a lot of time in the minors.
No.
Into the big leagues working.
In 1974, he suffered through a season where he went with Padres weren't very good. He was 8-22 that year. But, man, did he come back in 75 and 76. He won the Cy Young in 76. In 75, he finished second to Tom Seaver in the Cy Young, and his stats were actually a little better in 75 than they were in 76. But we'll get into some of those other stats and numbers because Randy was about a lot more than numbers. And I think Scraby, I think you said it as well as anybody when we talked about him on the day of his passing back in November, but that year – you're kind of a self-proclaimed nobody in the world. You're not. But in terms of meeting a guy like Randy Jones, he never made anyone feel that way. And that's everybody across all walks of life.
Yeah. I mean, sorry. I thought you were going to keep going. But yeah, he was a guy who would stop and talk to fans. If someone would yell his name, he would go over and shake their hand and take a picture. He did not care about your status in life. He just cared about you. And I will never forget all the times we did the pregame show and he told me good job or something like that, which meant a lot to me because I was not comfortable doing those shows.
As I said, as a kid, I didn't even know. I wasn't even familiar with.
You didn't
Randy,
know he was a big league ball player. You just knew he was a good guy.
I just knew he had some bomb barbecue and that he
let's not leave that out.
And that he greeted everyone that came to that barbecue spot.
Yes, he did.
Like and treated them just as Scraby did. And so, as you grow older, you start to learn about not only was he a great human being, he actually was a badass on the mound, in the big leagues. And so, you're right. We don't want to make this a sad deal. We want to celebrate him, but it's tough to fill the void of somebody who, brings that kind of energy all the time.
Well said, Tony. To me, he was a hero growing up because I was a little left-handed pitcher. And I thought if Randy Jones can get these guys out, maybe I can too.
Yeah.
So he was a hero of mine, just watching him, from afar, growing up in LA and seeing him in the All-Star game in the mid-'70s and, whatever games I was able to watch. And then, how often do you get to meet your heroes? Not often. And how many times do you meet them and they exceed your expectations? That's what I can say about Randy Jones. And so, he's a friend. He will always be a friend. And I was glad I got to know him and go out to dinner with him a few times, and my wife and his wife, Marie. Those are memories I will cherish for a long time. He had a lot of fun making fun of my wife and the fact that she was vegetarian. We went to.
I'm sure he did.
He did because he had the barbecue. We went to with he and Marie. We went down to Rosarito one time down in Mexico, and we're at one of the taco stands down there deep into Mexico. And Randy and I go up and give us the beef tacos, whatever. And Lori goes up and asks the guy, "Excuse me, do you have lard in the beans?" And Randy Jones, to the day he died, would make fun of my wife for asking some guy in the heart of Mexico, "Did he have lard in the beans?"
That is really funny.
That was something.
What was his answer, by the way?
With the guy, I don't think he knew, and I think Lori just had to tough it out.
I remember talking to Randy specifically about at spring training one year about how he missed his dogs, and I said I missed my dog too. So those are you just have the most normal conversations.
His
with Randy.
dogs used to come into the studio back in the day. RJ was one of his dogs, and then he had may have been RJ 2, if I'm not mistaken. They went with him everywhere. AJ Cassavell wrote a pretty cool little piece here on MLB.com. So if you're a Randy Jones fan, or just a Padre fan, go to MLB.com today. It's right there on the main baseball page. And AJ, he put 5 facts about Randy Jones. I think a lot of us know some of them, but not all of them. So I'll go through a few. One is his impact. Tony talked about it here in San Diego. In 1976, the year he would win the Cy Young, the Padres averaged 15,000 fans per game. Except when Randy started, 27,000. So 12,000 people basically every time came out just because he was pitching.
That's awesome.
So that gives you just a little bit of an idea of the kind of impact he had back then. His Cy Young season of 1976, he was 16-3 at the All-Star break. That's you don't see those kind of numbers any longer. He'd go on to complete 25 games that year. No pitcher anywhere in the National League has had that many since he did that. He also he had 93 strikeouts in 315 innings. Okay, listen to that number.
Put
first
the ball in play, son.
315 innings, but only 93 strikeouts. It says in the article, among qualified starters last year in baseball, that would be last. And if you actually doubled his amount of strikeouts, his ranking last year would have been second to last. So that's how far behind in that, in the strikeout world, but he got guys out and he knew how to get them out.
He knew he could get you to put something in place soft day long.
He used to tell me that Greg Luzinski, the big Philly slugger, hated him because he would look at Luzinski and he'd say, I'm going to throw you something. You're going to pull a ground ball to short. And like clockwork, Luzinski would ground to short and then scream at him on the way down to first base.
Nothing more frustrating.
Every time. 1975, we talked about that was a great year. And this is a lot of things that people remember was the fast games.
Yeah.
Because he didn't throw a lot of pitches.
Him and Jim Cott,
May 4th, 1977, 89 minutes for the whole game. It's the shortest game anywhere in the last 50 years. And Randy also pitched in the second shortest game against Steve Carlton of the Phillies, 91 minutes. He did it twice.
How about Cobb famously having concert tickets that night and was showered in his seats for the 9 p.m. show?
A game that started at 7.
He was ready to go by 9. That is nuts.
In the last,
that's just wishful thinking now. You're thinking about
Jim
that.
Cott.
Yeah.
In fact, it's funny how Jim Cott and Randy Jones are linked. I don't know if Jim Cott, he's was a broadcaster for many years in New York. I don't know if Jim Cott ever felt the same connection to Randy Jones, but I always felt that. In the last 50 years, it says 9 major league games have been played in under 1 hour and 40 minutes. Randy Jones started 6 of those games. So that was that was part of his legacy on the mound, certainly. And I think his legacy off the mound beats it. I want to talk a little bit about his foundation, which is ongoing. He's given to so many different things in San Diego. Very simple, just, homes and opportunities and resources for people in the military and people less fortunate throughout San Diego. Randy Jones is part of that for a long, long part of his life. One other thing in the AJ story, I didn't know they have a great video in here that you can click on. We would show it to you on the YouTube, but there's no sound. You wouldn't be able to hear anything.
Yeah.
But it's Randy Jones getting all 9 outs that he got in the 1976 All-Star game. Pretty cool to see Rod Carew rolling over on a ground ball against Randy Jones, or many of the others who were Thurman Munson, I think, came up, and some of the other sluggers. And you said it, Tony. All 9 outs are soft contact or little pop-ups or
the junk man. As
just
they like
couldn't
to call
hit the ball, square it up. That's what AJ said in the story. Could not square the ball up.
I bet
against Randy.
Who was it from Philly? He was
Luzinski.
I bet you Luzinski was dog cussing him about throw me a fastball.
And Randy said,
nope, I'm just going to keep throwing you this sinker right below the zone.
Sinker.
Beat it right into the ground.
And they knew it was coming. And they just would, bound. It had to be frustrating as everything. So anyway, Saturday is the celebration of life. Like you said, Tony will be there. I'll be there. Not that you're coming for that, but we hope you'll be there. Entry at 10 a.m. and the park at Petco Park, and the program begins at 11 a.m. for Randy Jones.
I wonder, and I'm not trying to put pressure on the Padres, but I wonder if they're going to have like a patch or something this year for the uniform.
They would have. I would think they would have announced it.
Maybe they're going to.
They might have announced something,
and maybe they do it this weekend. You're right.
They might. I don't know that. Randy would probably. He'd be the first to say, "Don't do something like that." Yeah. But I know what you're saying. I mean, he is one of the retired numbers, right, that we have in the organization. Number 35. No one's ever going to wear it again. So 75 years of age. Randy passed in November.
Dominic is asking for the out-of-towners. Will the Padres be streaming it? I don't have the 100% answer, but I have seen that the Padres said they're going to try. So
I also know we are carrying the ceremony here on the radio. So at the very least, if you are out of town and you can't make it, you want to hear what's being said, we will have the ceremony on the radio here Saturday at 11 o'clock getting started. All right. Well,
where do we go from here?
Yeah, I was hoping to push it right up to the end of the segment here, but we've been lucky in San Diego. I mean, I'm going to throw your dad in here too, Tony, but I mean, to have some of the greatest people in our midst in the Padre organization. And those are two that
Yeah.
belong in the same, they belong in the same sentence and the same story.
I think they're one and the same in the fact that they came here and loved it and never wanted to leave. And they spent the rest of their lives, in the city. So I think that's why they'll both, forever, at least for the generations that got to experience them or are close to them in some way, they'll never forget those two.
Wasn't he a very good golfer too, Randy?
I'm going to say no.
Oh,
but I could
heard
be
that
wrong.
He golfs a lot, or he golfed a lot.
Well, we all golf a lot. Doesn't mean we're any good.
Well, yeah, I know. Usually,
I don't know that he was good at golf.
A little bit
I don't
better.
want. You know what? I should take that back because maybe he was really good and I just wasn't aware of it. And now
You didn't start
throwing
playing
him under
golf
the
until
bus.
after,
I didn't play golf with him.
Yeah.
I'm loving this video of the 1976 All-Star game. First, the Padre uniform was just kind of hunky-dory back in those days.
Hunky-dory.
Just kind of whatever. There's Thurman Munson taking a big swing, but a slow roller to short. No problem. Rod Carew grounding out in the first inning. The second inning, you got Fred Lynn taking a mighty hack and popping up to Garvey at first base. Why'd you pop up like that, Tony? Because you're way out in front of it, right?
Yeah.
It's the only way. Bobby
trying
Gritch,
to go get it instead of letting it come to you.
They couldn't wait.
I know those guys are like it's an all-star game, but it feels like those guys took it very seriously back in the
1976, absolutely they did. The starting pitcher for the American League in this particular game that year, the game was in Philadelphia, it was the Bird, yeah.
Remember, you never saw these guys. National League never
right, you
saw,
didn't get a chance.
There was no interleague play. This was like your one chance.
To see Rod Carew. Right. Yeah.
What am I going to do against this? I've heard about this guy.
Right. Yeah, and Mark Fidrich, the great Bird, was the starter that night for Detroit. Randy Jones was the winning pitcher in the 1976 All-Star game. He also got the save in the 75 All-Star game. He got the last outs in the 75 game, so he had a good All-Star career.
Yeah,
in that regard. All right, here's another good stat before we're trying to just get to the top of the hour. 68 consecutive innings without allowing a walk. He set the record back in 1976. The only guy who's ever broken it. Who do you think?
That never walked anybody?
68 consecutive innings without a walk. The record has been broken. Greg Maddux. That's the kind of level of, control that Randy had. That took somebody like Greg Maddux to come along and break that record. So
Rod says, love Rod Carew. Had the pleasure of seeing him play in Anaheim as a young lad.
Rod Carew, man, guy, you could wave the wand around a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just
wave the wand.
But that's how it looked in his hand. He just kind of was magical. Just flicked the ball. I mean, your dad had obviously a certain, way with the swing. Rod Carew's even seemed a little more lighter and more relaxed than your dad sometimes, Tony, the way he would flick it down there in the left field.
I mean, there's two dudes who were fully in control of what was happening in that box. And that's ultimately where you want to be as a hitter. Like, even though the pitcher's dictating the action, you still are more than comfortable just to react to what he's doing.
Yeah. Rod Carew's as good a hitter as I've ever seen next to your pops, for sure. All right, let's get to the top. Randy Jones, Saturday, 11 o'clock. We hope we'll see everybody out at Petco Park. I'm sure it'll be a big crowd, so get there early. And we honor and celebrate Randy. We have our Chris versus the Fans segment coming up shortly.
Did you know, Chris, all guests on 97.3 The Fan join us on the David P. Shapiro Fan Hotline.
When Randy used to join us, he was on that hotline.
Yes, he was. Criminal defense attorneys helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. I think I got some interesting questions for Chris versus the Fans today.
All right.
I think I went in a different direction than you
see how that plays out. What's coming up next? There it is.
I kind of like watching Chris
waiting for the music. Yeah, that's what happens when you have a 24-minute segment, but you only have 21 minutes of material.
Yes.
More Gwynn and Chris, 2 hours to go.
Live from the Bill House Studios, we know how. Tony Gwynn Jr., Chris Ello, Matthew Scraby, not a big five. Chris versus the fans coming your way. 833-288-0973. Have a chance to take down Mr. Ello. And a chance to qualify for what Sammy Hagar, right? I think that's what the new one is, huh?
That's the one.
All right. Well,
lead singer of the band Van Hagar.
That's
what they called it when he took over for Van Halen.
I do love that.
Get your spot in line right now. Again, 833-288-0973. Trinity Rodman becomes the highest paid NWSL and woman in all sports.
Good for her, and deservedly in the sense that how many, other than maybe a couple players on the Wave, and I hate to tell you, I kind of struggling there myself. So Trinity's about the only player a lot of people know.
To be fair, they got a lot of turnover happening right now.
They've been turning over. The Wave
moving away.
We were best friends with the Wave the first season. Alex Morgan beyond, the coach came on all the time, the general manager. We were all into the Wave. They kind of forgot about us, Scrape.
Yeah, I haven't forgot about them.
I also
I know you haven't. You love to go to the game.
I stopped reaching out because there was no point.
Why?
Why was no real?
This was like 3 years ago. So
I know.
It's different now. I guess. Different. I don't know.
You walked yourself into holes for
why,
for no reason.
I don't know.
You didn't even need to say that.
I know.
All you had to do is say they didn't return my call once, and I got mad, and I never called them again.
Let's
move forward. Chris, hit the dump button. We just went over this.
All right, here we go.
No, he actually did it.
All right. Shall we
Wait a minute, we're not on the air again.
Oh, no, we're on the air now.
Shall we get to Chris versus the fans?
Yes.
All right, let's do it.
If you had one shot, one opportunity to take down the human almanac himself,
howdy do.
Now is your time.
Listen to me, this guy is dangerous.
Now is your opportunity to win a prize.
Well, I hope you know what you're in for.
Chris versus the fans starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
All right. As Tony told you, we are playing for a qualification for a trip to Las Vegas to see Sammy Hagar at Dolby Live at Park MGM, a 2-night stay at Park MGM Las Vegas, and a $100 gas card. Sammy Hagar returns to Las Vegas with his Best of All Worlds Las Vegas residency. You can see him from March 11th through the 21st and September 18th through the 26th at Dolby Live at Park MGM. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. The rules. You have to make it through 3 questions. Each question is going to get more difficult. If you get the question right, you move on. If you get it wrong and Chris gets it right, you're eliminated. But if Chris gets it wrong, then you move on to the next question or you win. If you're a first-time player, let us know before you get into it, and you get that for free.
Want to give us our first contestant there, buddy?
I was going to say something, but I self-edit. Let's go to Steven.
How do I know it was something kind directed
at
me?
It was a waste of a minute, and so I'm self-editing.
Okay.
Steve, you said?
Yeah, Steve.
Steve, how are you, sir? Steven, how are you?
Hello? Hey guys.
What's
how
up?
are you, Steven?
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, we got you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you now.
Okay.
All right, here we go. First question. Randy Jones played with the Padres and what other team?
Ooh, I think that's a tough number one for many people.
The Phillies?
Phillies.
I know that Chris knows this.
Metropolitans.
Yeah.
Sorry
Wrong
about that.
pinstripes.
That was a tough draw there, Steve.
I thought, honestly, when I wrote that earlier, I thought we were going to mention it during the last second.
Oh, yeah.
Either way.
We didn't get to it, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Steve.
All right, it happens. Luck of the draw, as they say.
All right, let's go to...
Sometimes the first question is, what color is an orange? And you just kind of luck out.
Yeah, for real. It definitely can be what color is an orange.
What color is
I'm
the
pretty
sky?
sure that's been used before, too.
I mean, what color are the Packers? Let's go to Neil.
Hello, Neil. How are you?
I'm doing great. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Here we go. First question. These are some tough first questions, I must say. How about this one? Who was the AFC number 1 seed this year?
Number 1 seed. I guess they
That
still
would
are.
be Chris's Denver Broncos.
I like how you said that.
My wife has offered to share them with me, but I've turned her down. Yeah.
Question number 2. Sam Bradford played for 4 teams.
Huh.
Which team was his last?
It's a 2?
Ooh.
It's 4 teams, huh?
You can also pass.
Philadelphia Eagles.
He's going with the Eagles. The Eagles.
Stay there. Stay there.
I'm thinking of him as a Ram, pretty much. I can't even remember another team he played for. I say he went back to college and finished with the Oklahoma Sooners.
He finished with the Oklahoma
he went back to college.
Sooners.
I don't remember another team.
Is that right?
I don't even have a guess.
The Cardinals is the correct answer.
He played with the Rams, the Eagles for 1 year, 2 years with the Vikings.
Did play with the Eagles
and the Arizona Cardinals.
Well, Neil, I give you credit for even guessing Eagles then.
Nice
I didn't recall
I'm an Eagles fan.
Very good. Okay.
Here we go.
Go Birds.
Question number 3. I'm definitely going to use this homer question right here. What team did Tony Gwynn Sr. hit his first career home run off of?
That's a tough guess. Could be anybody.
Oh, I'm going to say that NL West foe Atlanta Braves.
I love that.
I love
that. Me too. Stay there.
Not
Stay
correct,
there.
but I still love the answer. The NL West, so I'll say the Atlanta
And
Braves.
that was correct.
That was
in
hilarious.
those days.
For some reason, Atlanta fooled the NFL and Major League Baseball.
That's right.
The
They both
NFL
were
was an
the-
NFC West.
Do you
This
think
is
they? Do you
so
think they
tough.
did that, like kind of copying one another? Like, well, they're in the West for the NFL, or vice versa. They're in the West for the
No.
Major League.
Either way, they need to look at a compass.
I'm glad they got to it. Chris,
He hit. I know he got his first hit off of that. Everybody seems to know that.
wow.
The Phillies.
Oh, the first hit. I thought you're
First
okay.
hit was against the Phillies.
Yep.
Gonna
I
need
don't
an answer,
even-
sir.
Yeah, I have no chance. I'm
you want to throw a
certainly going to
team
guess.
out there?
I'm going to guess a National League team because they didn't play interleague. Gigantes.
Gigantes.
The Giants.
Wow, Neil,
Gigantes
stay
is
there.
correct. He hit it off of the Chicago Cubs.
I should remember
Yeah.
the name of the first pitcher he hit one off of, but I couldn't think of it. So, do you even know who that was?
I don't. I'm at the
I'll
baseball
look it up real quick.
references.
I'll look it up real quick. His first hit.
No, well,
No,
his first hit.
first hit
homer.
was Sid Manji
Yeah, that
of
was
the Phillies.
That was when he met Pete Rose.
people.
that day.
I'm looking it up now. Bill Campbell, reliever of the Cubs.
Got him.
Bill Campbell.
Got him.
I'm sure they called
What
him
year was
Soup.
that? Is that 83?
82. His first year, he hit one
82.
home run. Hit one home run.
See,
that
your
first year.
dad. I'm just realizing this. Your dad kind of took a Jackson Merrill route. He made it to big leagues when he was 22 years
Yeah,
old.
yeah, he was young. He was a young.
I didn't realize he was that young.
whippersnapper.
Well, I gave him a lot of confidence at San Diego State. He was able to carry it over, grooved a lot of pitches to him in practice. All right, very good. Neil, right? Winner?
Yes, Neil's
Nice
the
work,
winner.
Neil.
Good for
Neil's
you,
the winner.
Neil.
I have a quick 2-minute story that we could talk about.
2-minute story. All right,
Yes.
exactly how much time we have.
We talked about this yesterday, but Duke was suing their quarterback Darian Mensah.
Yes.
Well, a judge has ordered.
Now, did this order came down today, this morning?
I saw this article this morning. The judge has said that Duke's Darian Mensah, if you don't know, he signed a contract with the school. Then he tried to enter the transfer portal. So Duke said, we're going to sue you. The judge said he's allowed to enter the transfer portal. He just can't play anywhere else. So go ahead, put your name in the hat, but you can't go anywhere.
So listen, this is to my
is
knowledge,
precedent.
this is the first of its kind in NIL, where a player has tried to leave, but due to the contract that they sign
and a lawsuit,
can't leave. Now, help me understand this. What's the quarterback's name? Mensah? Is that what you said?
Yeah, Mensah.
Did Mensah re-sign with them, or was this from previous to last season? Because it sounds like guys are like re-signing after 1 year.
I cannot answer that question.
So I mean, if the judge ruled in their favor, the contract must be pretty.
I think that the contract, he didn't need to sign anything because he already signed a multi-year deal.
So it was
it was a multi-year deal.
Yeah. Oh, hey, hang with it. This is could be the new tool that schools use to keep their players.
He signed a 2-year contract that meant December 2024, which granted exclusive NIL rights to Duke through December 31st, 2026.
Also, he has to stay at least through this year, and then he can transfer.
Yeah, the deal, which began as a third-party NIL agreement, transitioned to a revenue-sharing contract. It just sounds like the contracts play.
They're pretty tied into each other. Well, good. Yeah, stick it out there a little bit. All right, let's get to break. No traffic, looks like.
It'll be at the end.
It'll be at the end. More Gwynn and Chris on the other side.
Home means
Last segment. So
what do you got?
Well, I just looked up. I shared it with you, but I want to share with everybody. Tony, all-time home run leader for Tony Gwynn was a lefty by the name of Tom Browning. He hit 4 home runs off of him. I think that would surprise some people that a lefty would be the guy he hit the most home runs off of, not a righty. Browning is one of 7 left-handers in the history of Major League Baseball to throw a perfect game.
Yeah, I remember Tom Browning snapped his elbow at Qualcomm, and I still remember him yelling, writhing in pain.
I can't imagine that felt too good.
Nah, not at all.
Who was the last pitcher to pitch a perfect game? Scraby.
Last pitcher to pitch a perfect game. It's
Wow.
been a
Big
while,
leagues.
What was the year?
2023.
Oh,
you'll remember it when I say his name.
Oh,
but
I know
don't
who
think
it
you'll
is.
remember it.
I think it's the Yankees guy.
You're
Domingo
right.
Germán.
Very good, Scrape. Nice job.
The only reason
I don't even
Scraby
remember
versus
that.
the fan. Very good. Good
The
job.
only reason I remember is because people are like, "How did he throw a perfect game?"
He hasn't won too many other games.
Yeah. Anyway,
but he won that one. All right.
The no hitter is down a lot.
I don't believe there was one last year, right?
No, there was not one last year.
One of the reasons it's hard to pitch a no hitter is nobody pitches a complete game anymore.
That's also
right.
true.
You give up
Scraby, you know
a
what I
walk
want?
and
Scraby, can you do something for me?
What?
While
Yeah,
while
sure,
we're looking,
sure.
got to talk. Look to see how many strikeouts last year or the year before.
Like in all of baseball.
All of baseball.
Okay.
Just one curious.
Okay. I'm on it.
How many strikeouts everybody did?
Yes.
Yep, that's it.
Everybody did.
My grammar teacher just rolled over in her grave.
Oh man, that was great.
I didn't teach him that at Horace Mann Elementary.
How many strikeouts did that guy do?
Yeah.
I'm still looking for it. Give me a
Nonetheless.
second. Give me a second.
Aztecs back in action Saturday. UNLV try to bounce back.
Not an easy one.
Nope,
UNLV
it's
just
never
beat
an easy
Utah
one.
State.
Yeah, never an easy one.
Although for some reason, although I think they lost last year or the year before, but they almost always win there for some reason. That's been a big
well, we need
thing.
in the way that we haven't won in Grand Canyon. I think we need to kind of
The opposite's been true at UNLV.
Keep that to be true in UNLV.
Thomas and Mack Center has been kind of the Aztecs' home, especially with all the success they've had in the tournament there and against UNLV. So that was a I don't even want to say there was a hang with them. That's not a hang with them. That's like a give it back to us. Stole it.
I have the answer.
What do you got?
In 2025, the strikeout was 40. They struck out 40,645 times throughout the season.
How many?
40,645.
That was this past season.
That was 2025. 2024, 41,197. So almost 1,000 plus.
So 41,000. Can you go back just for fun to like 1977? I'm just curious when guys were trying to make contact.
I'm going to get clicking.
Before you go all the way back there, just give me like the last 5. Or is it going? Had it been going?
2023 was higher.
Okay.
Than 2024. 2025 so far has been the lowest. 2022, we got 40,000. So it kind of.
It's been in the 40,000 range here.
Okay. Yeah, it's been in the 40,000.
2021, all these rules have
2021 they struck out 42,000 times.
These rules have been designed to try to get the ball in play more. And so I was just curious
is it really happening?
Is it happening?
All right, so how bad is it though compared to 25, 30 years ago?
I'm
clicking. To me, that would be kind of interesting.
You know how baseball
and very good for you.
I don't think
we're
going to be surprised by this.
Where do you think it's going to be 25 years ago? 20, like half or 25,000?
I'm going to say more than that.
25,000 as opposed to 40,000 now?
All right, I'm going back to the 1995 season.
Well, that was not a full season, so don't go there.
No, 95 was a full. Oh, no, it wasn't.
They started a little late. So
96.
96. Okay, I'll go back to
96, 30 years ago.
96, they struck out 10,000 times less.
29,000. I'd say more than half.
Okay, 29,000 though, but 10,000 less strikeouts.
Let me keep 29,000.
29. It's like 10,000
so
less.
Basically 10,000 less 30 years ago.
I'm going to go here. I'm moving pretty good through these years. I'm going to go to 1975. Or what year did Randy win the Cy Young?
76.
1976.
He had a good year in 75, but 76 was the year.
Okay, 1976. Strikeouts were at 18,745.
18, but there was less teams. So,
true.
You played the same number of games, but less teams, so less games. But still, 18,000 strikeouts 50 years ago and 41,000 now.
Yeah.
So they got a ways to go to get it back to where they used to hit the ball. I don't think they'll ever get back.
I don't think
there.
they will either. There's guys are who had an interesting kind of take on this, and this has kind of been something that's talked about a little bit, but not a lot. John Vanderwall. I saw a quote from him. He's a scout.
I remember John Vanderwall.
He's like
I remember I asked him one time why his name was split up into 4 different parts. And he thought that was just the dumbest question I've ever heard. I think he was right. It was pretty dumb. It was like Van der Wall.
Yeah.
Like,
Anyway. But he was saying that, in his opinion, pitching hasn't changed a whole lot. He said technology has gotten a whole lot better. Radar guns are now picking up the ball way further out than it was, which is why he thinks in his mind velocities are up compared to what
there's no way guys are throwing faster now than like Nolan Ryan did, but the numbers indicate that they are.
This is what
so that's
Vanderwall
a good point
was saying,
by
right,
Vanderwall
was that the technology has improved in a way that gives us data that we didn't
where would
have
Nolan
before.
Ryan be this if he pitched last year?
I have no doubt that they're throwing harder. Yeah. But I don't know that we're talking 10 and on average 10 miles per hour or more.
Each team used to have one 93-mile-an-hour guy, and you do, he's coming in.
I remember
now 93, you can't even make the major leagues.
I remember Rob Dibble used to sit at like 99, 100, and it was like it's a wrap. Nobody's hitting this.
Right. Now every team's got 4 or 5 of those guys. So
nonetheless, looking forward to baseball season as we get closer.
We're
and closer.
2.5 weeks away.
I actually am getting kind of excited.
Pitchers and catchers gonna report.
This is my least favorite time of the year because we don't have anything. We're just speculating forever,
especially in baseball.
Speculating about what?
Who they're going to sign, what they should do. Last year, I was complaining that they didn't have a left fielder.
You want to hear some stupid speculating?
Sure.
All right, Bill Connolly. ESPN.com today.
What did old Bill do to you?
Bill, he didn't do anything to me. Bill is speculating next year's college football playoff.
Those are my favorites.
Are you serious?
Right when the season ends,
he's got number 11 BYU will play at number 6 Ohio State,
and the
winner
be a great game.
And the winner will play number 3 Notre Dame.
They made it back in. Notre Dame made it back in.
They'll be back in next year. This is interesting. If it's not going to happen. But Old Miss number 9 will play number 8 Miami. a rematch, and the winner will play number 1 Indiana. So Miami could play Indiana again. Bill Connolly has it all scoped out. Why even play next season?
Where's
Just
San Diego
match
State?
these up. They're in the 12th spot.
Oh, okay.
No, they're not. Nobody's in the 12th spot. Nobody's in the 12th spot. They have it
Who's
empty.
this guy? We need to follow him.
I know.
up.
Bill Connolly's picking the Aztecs.
There are certain things that bothers Chris more than anything, and it's the prediction stuff.
That stuff's a waste of time. That is so absurd.
It's fun. It's just for fun. 20 years ago today, Kobe Bryant dropped 81.
Yes, he did.
I think Tony was. Where were you, Tony, for that game?
I was sitting there watching.
Just at home on the big screen.
Mad as hell because I couldn't figure out why we were losing to the Toronto Raptors.
That's why he got 81.
That's 100%
right, because they were losing the game.
They were losing, and they were getting they looked terrible until, and he was doing this in the first half. They were still losing. It was just like kind of wasn't paying attention. And all of a sudden, you looked up and he had like 50, and he was in that like back when in this time. Kobe used to get into that mode, and you could just almost feel it about to happen. But you didn't know what it was going to look like when it was done. But 81 points later.
Did they end up winning the game? They ended up winning the game.
They won.
I'm looking this up for fun. But you take a guess, Tony, since you're the Laker guy.
Give it to me.
Who was the second leading scorer in that game for the Lakers? Who would it have been?
It had to have been
Sasha Vujacic?
Had to have been Lamar.
Oh.
Lamar Odom had 8 points in the game. Chris Mim
out of Texas.
Wow, I forgot about that guy.
He had 12. The excellent draft choice, Kwame Brown, had 3. Off the bench, they got only 5 points total.
Kobe scored 81.
But the second leading scorer, you're going to love this. You guys are going to just laugh your whole day.
Was it Smush Parker?
It was.
Smush
Parker. Any Laker fan remember Smush?
Smush is still on his day, still trying to make it into the referee as an NBA referee.
Is he?
Really?
Okay.
He's like in it.
All right.
Hey, that's not so bad.
No,
like a guy who's actually played
I
the game.
remember, was it Workman? He was a former player, played for the Pacers. Then he became an official later on.
I think I remember that name.
Can't remember his first name.
It's hard to remember.
Anyway,
some of those guys. Yeah, that's a tough gig to be a player and then go get yelled at by players.
Let's get some
Lakers, by the way, real quick, scored 122 that night. Kobe had 81. So figure that out.
Big Five up next. More Gwynn Chris.
The gondola pulls in.
Yeah.
It goes very slow.
Yeah, it slows down
like
for everybody.
really slow. As we're getting off, over to my left, there's a couple getting in the gondola, going up the mountain. So it's the opposite for them. They're standing there. The gondola comes up. The door opens. You step on. Well, there was a commotion.
Uh-oh.
There was a commotion.
Someone fell.
There was a commotion, and Lori goes, "Hey, there's a commotion."
She said commotion?
I don't think she said that, but we go kind of not hustling, but walking over there quickly. There's a lady who has fallen as she's trying to get into the gondola. She's now got one leg in the gondola.
Oh, no!
The other leg and body trapped underneath the gondola.
90.
No, she's probably in her late 50s. How do I say this best?
Oh, she's heavy set?
She's in the shape of somebody who's in their 70s. You've got to rescue the poor lady. She's trapped under the gondola.
I'm sorry.
And of course, as soon as she falls and there's the commotion, the guy running the station stops the gondola.
Okay, I was going to
Which means everybody on the mountain and 4 miles away has to stop. Everybody has to stop while we try to extricate the lady from the gondola.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Underneath the gondola. She's got one leg on the gondola. The rest of her body is underneath the gondola. And when I arrive to see what's going on, I'm kind of the first or second person there.
You're a first responder?
Pretty much. The guy running the gondola place is busy stopping
traffic.
The ride.
Yeah.
No, he's stopping the ride.
Oh, okay. All right.
So we're kind of first there. Lori's behind me. The lady's on her back. She's looking straight up in the air. And the only description I have is one of utter panic and utter terror combined with total helplessness.
Oh, I thought you were going to say embarrassment.
No, total helplessness. She's not only trapped, but she's not even remotely doing anything to help herself. She's kind of in a panic, and you think something terrible is going to happen, or she does.
Okay.
I go over there. First thing, breathe.
That's what you said?
I told the lady to breathe.
That's good.
I said, you're going to be okay.
That's good.
Just breathe.
That's good.
Try to relax.
That was the perfect thing you could have said.
As I'm stupidly pulling this 250-pound gondola, trying to pull it off of her. Yeah. Okay. Well, you're getting
the gondola is way heavier than 250 pounds.
Yeah, right. 1,000-pound gondola.
So you're trying to like move the gondola.
Move it a little.
Is her leg like? How is she attached to this gondola?
Well, I told you, her one leg's actually on the gondola in the doorway.
Okay.
Then the rest of her body's underneath. What is stuck with her in the gondola is her belly, not her leg.
Oh, no.
That's right. Okay.
No.
So I'm pulling. By the time finally a couple more people pull and we are able to get enough airway to get her to scramble out of there. And then she immediately stepped on the gondola to go take her ride up the mountain. And off she went.
This is.
I felt like I saved her life. I really do. I honestly feel like I almost saved her life.
I kind of will credit you with this.
You know, she was. I think if I didn't tell her to breathe, I think she would have gone into some sort of shock or whatever you do.
No,
she was
you're
going
right.
into
You're
a
right.
panic, Scraby.
You're
She was going into
absolutely
an absolute panic, and. You know, I had to calming her down, I think, was the number one thing. She wasn't in any real danger, but she wasn't feeling great because she was trapped under the gondola.
But
the
fact that you said her belly was...
Yes, her belly, yeah. I'm telling you, Scrabe, it was a factor. And there was, there's a couple of people pulling on an arm trying to drag her out.
I'm crying.
I know. There's people on the other side with their arm. They're trying to drag her. I'm like lifting the gondola so she can get a little room to get out of there.
You're like, hey, I'm going to take the gondola. It's lighter.
All right. I didn't say that. You did. But it was quite the scene.
I am happy that she's okay, obviously.
She's fine. If she got right on the gondola.
If this was a worse story, I would not be laughing. But she's fine. You did probably help her a lot more than you think you did.
I think so. Because she was able to calm down just a tad. The gondola pulls in.
Yeah.
It goes very slow.
Yeah, it slows down
like
for everybody.
Really slow. As we're getting off, over to my left, there's a couple getting in the gondola.
Okay.
Going up the mountain. So it's the opposite for them. They're standing there. The gondola comes up. The door opens. You step on. Well, there was a commotion.
Uh-oh.
There was a commotion.
Someone fell.
There was a commotion, and Lori goes, hey, there's a commotion.
She said commotion?
I don't think she said that, but we go kind of not hustling, but walking over there quickly. There's a lady who has fallen as she's trying to get into the gondola. She's now got one leg in the gondola.
Oh, no!
The other leg and body trapped underneath the gondola.
90.
No, she's probably in her late 50s. How do I say this best?
Oh, she's heavy set?
She's in the shape of somebody who's in their 70s. You've got to rescue the poor lady. She's
five on the clock. Scraby's got a big five. We're going to get to it right after traffic.
Go after accidents or injury. Here's Kelly Danick.
Just a couple things to mention here. Crash over to the right shoulder, southbound 5 right before Imperial. Also, watch out for trash can bouncing around in lanes. Northbound 125 right before the 8. In La Presa, some police activities got the intersection of Hamashaw Road and Gillespie Drive closed. And we're getting reports of a possible brush or encampment fire in the North County. East 78 past Sycamore. It's over the right shoulder. I'm Kelly Danick with Gwynn and Chris, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
It's that time of the show when we check on the latest in sports. Only the most important topics and questions are brought to light.
Stop
what you're doing and listen.
These news stories will astound and amaze you. The one, the only.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
The Big Five starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
I would like to remind everyone we are broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. We're going to start with something that I think Chris is going to dislike, but the MLB Top 100 list. I love this list.
I'm sure you do, Scrap.
I love it.
Yes, because there's really an official way to determine the difference between 72 and 73.
It's all about opinion, Chris. Okay. Whoever comes up with it.
Okay.
But I love it.
All right.
And they're revealing the top 10 here tonight at 5 p.m. But we have
can we stop the showdown for that announcement?
Sure.
All right.
We have 4 Padres on the list so far, and from lowest to highest, you have Mason Miller, number 60. Jackson Merrill at number 59, Manny Machado at number 34, and Fernando at 15, stuck between Ronald Acuna Jr. and Julio Rodriguez. So, what day is it? Thursday? Tony.
Yes.
Is Fernando in the right spot, too high or too low at 15?
I think he's right where he should be right now.
Between Acuna and Julio Rodriguez.
I mean, I don't know. Actually, he could be placed in a better spot. You got Ronald Acuna, who MVP, coming off of 2 knee injuries. You got Julio Rodriguez, who got out the gates like a missile, but has kind of come back down to earth a little bit. And I think in some ways, all 3, those last 2 have not reached their full potential. I think Ronald Acuna has. And the question is, with the knee injuries, can he get back to that? But I think the other 2 guys, 15 and 16, they are like one of those big seasons away from catapulting themselves
top 10
back into the top 10. And I think we're just waiting for it to happen with both of those guys.
Do I even dare ask Chris?
Hurry up.
Chris, is Fernando in the right spot, too high or too low? And you can't say you don't care.
Until he gets back to an 830 OPS or a 900 OPS or at least a batting average of 275, it's too high.
What about his defense?
I love it. I'm just saying.
You think 15 is too high?
Yes.
You got 15 players better?
Yes.
Can we hear him?
No.
Okay.
No, he says.
Not right now. I'll wait for them to announce their top 10, and then I'll cheat off of that.
Okay, fair enough.
I want Fernando to get back closer to the great Fernando. He's really close, but the great Fernando is easily top 15. And I don't have him there.
My bad.
At the moment.
Eagles fans are very concerned as to why coaches are going elsewhere to be an offensive coordinator. ESPN's Ben Solak said, quote, McDaniel's offense is built on, or they were talking about Mike McDaniel, Brian Daboll, why Mike McDaniel didn't want to go to Philadelphia, why Brian Daboll may not want to go to Philadelphia. But McDaniel's offense is built on quick releases and attacking the middle of the field. Jalen Hurts tends to hold the ball longer. It doesn't work the middle so much. So the scheme would have needed major changes. With Daboll, though, I think all the tools were already there, end quote. Now, Daboll...
So who said this?
ESPN's Ben Solak.
He knows.
Remember the kid...
Coach Ben
the kid we saw on
Solak.
TV.
Oh, is that him?
Is that the guy who's like looks 11 years old?
Yes.
Correct me if I'm wrong, and you guys both watch football as well. Isn't the quarterback hanging onto the ball more about the type of offense they are in versus the quarterback actually holding onto the ball? Like,
could be.
Were the Eagles not? Did they run no quick? Were all their patterns just down the field?
I mean, AJ Brown's mostly down the field. Devontae Smith is a slot receiver, so he's short passes. But Dallas Goedert's over the middle.
I'm saying, isn't that a system issue versus?
I think it's a system issue. I'm
just saying, like, if he made it seem like if Mike McDaniels took over, then Jalen Hurts, he doesn't know how to get rid of the ball fast.
He would be a garbage quarterback.
He can't do it.
So here's the real question. Why do you think the Eagles are being passed over by coaches?
Is it me?
Yes. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's Chris.
Ben Solak became something working at a place called The Ringer.
Oh, yes, I know the ringer. That's Bill Simmons, right?
Don't know.
Makes sense.
Became known for his digestible breakdown of X's and O's. So apparently Ben Solak knows.
What do you think? Why do you think Eagles?
So he says that the Eagles are what now? They're not.
His quote really doesn't have
Read the quote again.
I'm going with Ben here.
The quote is, McDaniel's offense is built on quick releases and attacking the middle of the field. Jalen Hurts tends to hold the ball longer and doesn't work the middle as much, so the scheme would have needed major changes. With Dable, though, I think all the tools are already there. So, Chris, the question is, why do you think the Eagles are being passed over by coaches?
Because they don't. I don't think they are. I just don't think they've found the right fit yet. Passed over seems silly. And there might be a couple of guys who don't feel like they belong there, but that's a job somebody's going to want. It's a Super Bowl contending team.
You got Saquon. You got maybe
I think
AJ
the right
Brown.
personal find there. And I think it's overrated. Maybe it's not, but I always think it's overrated when they tell me, well, this coach can't work with that quarterback. I think good coaches can work with good players, and they can find a way to coexist.
All right.
Number 3.
Wait, Tony didn't get to go.
I did.
You did.
Oh, you did? Okay.
But it's okay.
Wait, I thought you did.
I didn't. You didn't ask me the question.
Oh, why do you think the Eagles are being passed over by coaches?
I don't think they're being passed over by coaches. I agree with Chris. I don't think they found the right fit. Although I don't believe what my man says makes much sense, but I think it's a matter of them finding the right.
I'm doing everything I can online to find the age of Ben Solak.
It's not going to be out there.
I don't believe they want to tell anybody because I don't think he's shaving yet.
I don't think that it's a problem that he's young.
What, that he's 9? You don't think that's a problem? He looks 9.
He does look
I'm not trying to make fun of the guy.
I'm
He just
trying to
looks
find
9.
the stat of holding the ball. Like that's got to be a stat.
I would say that maybe Cam Ward has the longest holding the ball because he has no line.
I don't know what that is, but I know Tua doesn't have that because he couldn't hold it because he'd be sacked by then.
And McDaniels.
So it's kind of a weird stat in a sense.
Right.
It is a slightly strange stat.
Number 3.
All right, Tony, you're going to be up first for this one. It's very simple, but Brian Flores' name has been bantied about as a head coach.
Bantied about.
He said that he's going to go back to the Vikings if he doesn't get a head coaching job, but it doesn't look like he's going to get a head coaching job. Tony, why isn't Brian Flores a bigger name for head coach?
I thought he's in the hunt right now for Pittsburgh and a few of these.
They're already talking about him coming back to the Vikings.
No, I believe they hired him and they say they want him in case he doesn't get a job. That's how I read it.
What was the question again? I'm sorry.
Why isn't Brian Flores a bigger name for head coach?
I don't know. Maybe his last stint in Miami? Yeah, that didn't go well. Is still kind of being held over his head. Although the Viking defense was pretty good last year, I don't know that their team had the kind of success that gets you the momentum that gets you these type of jobs, right? I mean, everybody who is signing with you got Green Bay, you got Chicago, Los Angeles, the Chargers.
Yeah.
Teams. All these teams were playoff teams. Maybe that has something to do with it. It's hard to really say.
That's a good point. Chris?
I think you're wrong. I think he's actually being interviewed, and I think people are interested in him.
Okay, why am I? This wasn't my opinion.
I thought it was. You said, why is he being passed over?
That's a question.
I don't think he's being passed over.
Why isn't he a bigger name for head coach?
I think he is a big name. I think he's getting chances. He just hasn't hit yet.
Ben Solak was apparently born in 1997.
Good.
So what does that make him?
29? I told you I don't do math anymore on air.
26. 26. No, it's 26 now. So that would have been, what'd you say, 97?
29?
29.
Yeah, 29. Man, wish I was doing something like
that.
He
doesn't look 29.
Was doing at 29.
Doesn't look 29.
Number 2.
All right. Brandon Cooks of the Bills is positive that he made the catch against the Broncos on Saturday. He told Good Morning Football, quote, "At the end of the day, it was a catch. Not just what it looked like, but what it felt like. When you look back at it, the time that was spent on it to review it wasn't enough. Given the magnitude of the game and situation, it's a little disappointing," end quote. Sean McDermott lost his mind, and I agree with Sean McDermott because
Lost
they were
his job too because of this.
They were trying to move right along and snap the ball, but they ended up looking at it and took 30 seconds or whatever, and then they said it was an interception. So, Chris, we've done the whole pass interference review thing, but I think the NFL needs more clear definitions. Does the NFL need to rethink or retool the pass interference interception rule?
Yes, I've said it for a long time. Number one, well, this wasn't pass interference, right? This is a different thing. But on the pass interference, I've always long felt that if it's incidental contact and they can judge it, that it'd be 15 yards.
Let's just talk.
Right?
Let's just talk about the interception rule.
Right, I know, but it'd only be a spot foul when it's something like really obvious. And on the other side, I looked at the play 100 times. I get where Brandon Cooks is coming from, but I don't think he ever really had the ball fully. And I think the guy took it away, and I think it was a great interception. My complaint was that there was a little contact, and if you wanted to call PI there, I think you could have, being as you did on the next two when Denver got it.
Let's say you're the official.
Right. I would have given it a pick. I thought it was it was two guys going for the ball.
Which hold on. Let's back this up a little bit because we just finished beating up the NCAA officials for making a call that he is guessing because it's not possible to actually see.
So you needed replay to get this right.
Even in replay, you couldn't tell if there was a secure catch.
Right. So I'm going with the guy that ended up with the ball.
Okay.
I'm giving it to him. You're right. I don't know whether Brandon Cooks ever pulled it in.
He did.
I felt that.
Did.
I don't.
Here's the thing: is the replay wasn't involved. They didn't go to replay.
That's their fault.
They made the call.
Right.
The referee made the call based on live action.
Agreed.
Which I would say that he is guessing at this point because there's no way he could have seen.
No way he could know. But do you think anything was obvious enough to overturn that call if they really took like a 20-minute look at it?
I think the call on the field was the problem.
Right. I think
so. You would have called it a catch.
Had it been called a catch, we could have said the same thing.
And then review.
I don't know what a catch is.
You
don't know what a catch is.
That's what I was going to say.
And you don't know what a catch is.
I don't know what a catch is.
And I don't think they know what a catch is.
Devontae Adams makes
issue.
a catch. His knee hits the ground.
Right. That's
they
another
strip
problem.
him. He's
we
down.
got the whole football move thing.
When you catch a pass in the end zone, and if you move and drop it, it's no catch. But if you're a running back and the ball touches the line and then you lose it, touchdown.
Yeah.
The rules need revamping.
Yeah, that is weird. That is weird. They're never going to change the pass interference thing again because they already tried that. But the Bills
they could they could change it to the 15-yard. They've never done that.
I asked Tony this a couple weeks ago when you weren't here. Would you rather, and I think your answer is yes, would you rather them do a spot foul instead of the 15-yard penalty?
I would like them to have both. I'd like them to have the choice of both. If you're going in for a ball and you get tackled because you're beat, then put it there.
So it's aggression of...
Yes,
okay.
if you happen to reach for the ball and clip the guy's arm with your elbow,
15 yards.
15.
But if he takes him down because he was beat...
Takes him down because he was
foul.
beat, spot foul. I don't think it's that hard to decide.
All right.
I mean, plus, there'd be some that'd be borderline, and that would create more controversy, I guess. But
Tony, do you think the NFL needs to rethink or retool this rule?
I don't think you can. As much as I would like it to be perfect, there are going to be a lot more plays like that one that we saw.
Do you think maybe they would just be better off if they said, if it looks like a catch and acts like a catch, it's a catch?
I think so.
Just do that.
I think
instead of 1 foot, two elbows,
and
this,
the other. I think it's too inconsistent too,
Yeah,
right? Because if Richard Sherman is telling us, well, it's widely known that if that play happens, it's usually going to the offense,
Richard
and this
Sherman
one
said
doesn't.
that, yeah.
I think they should. If it looks like a catch, go back to the Des Bryant in Green
was a
Bay.
catch.
If
We
it
know
looks
that
like
was a
catch, it should be a catch.
If
That
it
was a
walks like a catch, if it
That's what I
talks
just
like
said.
a catch.
So I just said, yeah, for sure. And in this case, I think it looked like an interception because the guy ended up rolling out of there with the ball.
I don't know. I don't think it's
See, Gene Steratore kept going. He never pulled it into his body. I'm like, I'm watching him pull it into his body.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I feel bad for the Bills.
It's already what's done is done. But
yeah, what's done is done. All right, Giannis Antetokounmpo said something last night after the game between the Bucks and I don't even know, or lost to OKC, that caught people's attention. And here's what he said about his team.
We're not playing hard. Not playing hard. We're not doing the right thing. We're not playing to win. We're not playing together. Our chemistry's not there. Guys are being selfish. Guys are trying to look for their own shots instead of looking for the right shot for the team.
All right, so there you go. He says guys are being selfish, guys trying to do it on their own. We're not playing hard. We're not playing to win, all that. So my question to you, Tony, is Giannis out of pocket here?
Here's the tricky part, right? Is if he says nothing and it just keeps going on, are we looking at him different in terms of his leadership? Like he's just going through it. Everything we've seen from Giannis tells me that he genuinely cares about winning and he wants to win in Milwaukee. But for whatever reason, it's not clicking right now. I don't have a problem with him calling his teammates out. Now, granted, I haven't watched Milwaukee's games. I have a hard time visualizing Giannis not playing like a madman and hard. And so, yeah, I think he's earned the right for me to believe what he's saying in this particular case since I haven't watched the game. So I don't have a problem with it.
Chris, is Giannis out of pocket here?
Only if he never said it internally.
Right.
Like before he went to the press?
I think you need to say that internally first. Hey, guys, let's get together for a minute. I'm the leader of this team. We're being selfish. We need to share the ball. Maybe he didn't have that relationship with this group. I don't know. But I don't think you come right out publicly.
I would, considering he's already said something similar to this a couple weeks ago, I would have to believe that he's brought this up at least once in the clubhouse.
I mean, selfishly, I'll say that every time he faces the Bulls, he goes 40, 20, 15, and they win by 30. And then they don't win another game. I don't understand this guy.
I don't understand
Kills
it
the
either.
Bulls.
But there you go. That's the Big Five.
What? We made it.
We made it ahead of time. This is amazing.
I'm sure somebody on the Bucks could look at the stats and go, well, Giannis has led us in scoring in 99 of our 100 games. So you tell me we're not taking that many shots.
So I went back and looked at the QB thing. It was bothering me a little bit.
Which one?
About Mike McDaniel's offense not working.
Yes.
So I asked AI if there are stats for how long a QB holds the ball. Gave me two: time to throw (TTT),
okay,
and PT (pocket time). Top of the list for pocket time. Time to throw. Brock Purdy at the top.
Really?
Caleb Williams second. Lamar Jackson third. Jameis Winston fourth. I think that's because he only played like 4 games.
Can you go down to Tua last? He had to be last in pocket.
He's not in the top 15.
Yeah, he had no pocket.
So where's Jalen Hurts?
Jalen Hurts is 6, 2.80. So, I mean, pocket time. I mean, that's you kind of want pocket time. You want your pocket to be clean.
Think, yeah.
So that would lead me to believe that they got an offensive line that is allowing him to let the ball get down the field with that type of offense.
Yeah.
Is what I would think.
Most of their passes are longer passes,
right?
Like not many like goal or yard. Like what is the word I'm looking for? What's the? Gosh dang it!
Yards beyond the line of scrimmage.
Yes.
All right, let's get to break. Happy hour on the way.
Mark Ziegler.
That's right. Up next.
What are we doing, guys?
I'm going to see the museum for the first time ever. It's going to be sweet. See my dad's plaque. See where Trevor's plaque is going to be. It's going to be pretty dope.
Chris,
I'm going to go to the Hall of Fame for the second time because I went earlier today, but I'm going in to see Tony go into the Hall of Fame. So all the way straight and back left.
Straight back left.
Straight around that back wall.
This one?
Yeah.
How you feeling, Tony?
I don't know how I'm feeling right now, honestly.
Excited?
I'm definitely excited. Hello. Eric, how you doing? Pretty good.
Wow. Just like I told you, next to the famous Barney Dreyfus and Leslie Wilkinson, whoever they are.
That does look like them.
I know. It's a good shot. They don't do them all that great. That one's good. Really good.
I missed a year. 300. Must have been bad. Huh? I used to be. Not anymore though.
Oh, it's so cool. What team did you play on?
I can give you a long list of them. Brewers, Padres, Dodgers, Phillies, Nationals.
What position did you play?
I played outfield. This was my dad. Oh, there's Dick Williams, Goose. I think he'd be pretty happy with his company over there or something.
What are you thinking seeing it for the first time?
I'm thinking
I'm hot. I'm quite warm right now, but it's cool. I mean, it's what I thought it was going to be. I mean, who not too many people can say they have a dad that's enshrined in this place, so I think this is awesome.
What are we doing, guys?
I'm going to see the museum for the first time ever. It's going to be sweet. See my dad's plaque. See where Trevor's plaque is going to be. It's going to be pretty dope.
Chris,
I'm going to go to the Hall of Fame for the second time because I went earlier today, but I'm going in to see Tony go into the Hall of Fame. So all the way straight back left.
Straight back left.
Straight around that back wall.
This one?
Yeah.
How you feeling, Tony?
I don't know how I'm feeling right now, honestly.
Excited?
I'm definitely excited. Hello. Eric, how you doing? Pretty good.
Wow. Just like I told you, next to the famous Barney Dreyfus and Leslie Wilkinson, whoever they are.
That does look like them.
I know. It's a good shot. They don't do them all that great. That one's good. Really good.
I missed a year. 300. Must have been bad. Huh? I used to be. Not anymore though.
Oh, it's so cool. What team did you play on?
I can give you a long list of them. Brewers, Padres, Dodgers, Phillies, Nationals.
What position did you play?
I played outfield. This was my dad. Oh, there's Dick Williams, Goose. I think he'd be pretty happy with his company over there or something.
What are you thinking seeing it for the first time?
I'm thinking
I'm hot. I'm quite warm right now, but it's cool. I mean, it's what I thought it was going to be. I mean, who not too many people can say they have a dad that's enshrined in this place, so I think this is awesome.
What are we doing, guys?
I'm going to see the museum for the first time ever. It's going to be sweet. See my dad's plaque. See where Trevor's plaque is going to be. It's going to be pretty dope.
Chris,
I'm going to go to the Hall of Fame for the second time because I went earlier today, but I'm going in to see Tony go into the Hall of Fame. So all the way straight back left.
Straight back left.
Straight around that back wall.
This one?
Yeah.
How you feeling, Tony?
I don't know how I'm feeling right now, honestly.
basketball. Tritons taking on the UC Davis. Tip-off right around 6 o'clock following our show today. A couple of quick headlines before we bring on Mark Ziegler. Mackenzie Gore traded to the Rangers. Nationals get a bunch of prospects. Last night, I guess it was Freddie Peralta went to the Mets from the Brewers. And one NFL coaching hire today. Not exactly the biggest name on the board. So I can't remember his name. Going to the Ravens from the Rams. I didn't have the page up.
Jesse Minter.
Thank you. New coach of your Ravens
Better
out
than me,
there,
Tony.
Baltimore
I was sitting
fans.
here searching my brain.
You didn't know either, did you?
I was looking at you.
I was like, I know I should know this.
Right. We all should have known it, but we don't remember it. All right, Mark Ziegler going to join us. He is here from the San Diego Union-Tribune. Mark and I were texting back and forth here a little bit this morning about the call last night. Mark, thanks for joining us. And first of all, Tony and I both want to get it out there before we start complaining that the ref didn't shoot 3 for 18 from the 3. The ref didn't miss the free throw, right? If BJ hits those, it might be a different story. So let's get that. That is true, and that's clear. But the call itself, and I'm of the opinion, as I said earlier, that the ref who made the call, Anderson, on the other side of the floor, took an educated guess that Tay Simmons, when he reached for Williams driving the lane, made contact and made the call. The ref standing right behind her did not make the call. So what have you gathered since last night?
Pretty similar. I think that's pretty astute, but you're an official and you get these things. So I ran it by a few pretty high level Division I officials who obviously aren't going to comment. But what they told me is their mechanics instruct them that the lead official, the guy on the baseline, is not supposed to make a call through a tangle of bodies.
Yeah.
And you were supposed to defer to, in this case, the center ref, which is the two refs. There's two refs that are sort of trailing the play, but the trail ref was Keith Kimball. He was on the opposite side of the court, near midcourt, so he's out of the play. But Brian Dorsey, the 5th-ranked official in the country, by the way, is right there. You're supposed to defer to him. He passed on the call, didn't think there was enough contact. That was the first thing these guys said. And he said that, typically ahead of an officiating consortium, in this case, Terry Oglesby, should sort of call him on the carpet for it and say, look, our mechanics, you're not supposed to make that call. And he kind of proved it by the way he weaved through players to point at Tay Simmons afterwards. And then the second thing he said is, and he had a good point, he goes, if nobody makes that call, what's the reaction today? It's probably like, nice try by Grand Canyon. They blew a 12-point lead. They should have won. And instead, you have this backlash and uproar and people watching the video and micromanaging and, freeze framing it and saying, where's the contact? And the officials want to avoid being the story. Now they're the story. And so the easier, the path of least resistance there is to make no call.
Mark, I didn't have the opportunity to read your article this morning, so I came on out of the gate kind of hot, and I blamed it on Mountain West Conference officials. Now, come to find out, there weren't any typical Mountain West Conference officials. These were some of the top-ranked officials in the country. How does that mechanism work? Because typically in a Mountain West Conference game, you get Mountain West Conference officials. That was not the case last night. You had some of the best in the country on the floor.
Yeah, and that was what the amazing thing is. There's been so much cry behind the scenes. I've written about it publicly a few times, but behind the scenes, there's been a lot of talk and a lot of chatter about how the Mountain West, just to review, 2 years or starting last season, when the Pac-12 officiating consortium dissolved with the conference, these officials all sort of split to different consortiums, and most of the West Coast guys went to the Big 12, and a few of them went to the Big 10. Most conferences went to the Big 12 consortium, or all the West Coast conferences, except for the Mountain West, who went to the Big 10, and now they're assigning officials. They don't have enough good officials to go around, and they've been reluctant to send their top Big 10 guys to Mountain West games. This happened to be the only time all season that they actually did. And the reason was because Keith Kimball and Brian Dorsey did the UCLA Purdue game in LA the night before. LA to Phoenix is an easy flight. It's not like they're going to Laramie. It's not like they're going to Logan, Utah. And so it was an easy flight, probably on their way back to the Midwest. They could get on a flight this morning and be out of there. So it was a rare kind of confluence of events that got you a really, really, really high level crew. The three guys last night were ranked 2, 5, and 11 in the country in the Ken Palm rankings. Those are big time officials. And then for this to happen, it's kind of like, you finally get a good crew and then this happens. This is kind of what you'd expect from the no names that they've had for the last several weeks.
Mark Ziegler's with us. I'm going to talk a little bit about the game and the Aztecs too, but I think the fans and we all want to cover every bit of this last call. Did anybody you talked to today, Mark, have an inkling of what you and I texted about this morning, that maybe there was a bit of an irony here in the sense that only a, quote, good official would have the guts to make that call? Whereas maybe if we had one of our normal Mountain West guys, they wouldn't have been strong enough to make that call.
Yep, and that was the other thing that the officials I talked to say. They go, look, these guys are there because and as you pointed out, they're there because they can make that call. They're not afraid to make that call.
Yeah.
But the other thing I'm going to point out in the story I'm writing about it tomorrow is, these things are 50-50, right? At the end of the day, it happens so fast. It's the fog of war. I mean, crazy stuff's happening. And if you look back in San Diego State's history, well, a few years ago, there was a play where actually the shoe was in the other foot. San Diego State was down 1, driving down the floor. Matt Bradley got a good look at the basket in Colorado State Center. It's on the road. His two arms are reached over. It's a clear foul when you see the stop action photo. And Paul Selk does not call it, and they lose by 1. And you think, well, okay, the Aztecs always get screwed. But let's not forget, Elite 8 against Creighton.
Yes, sir.
Darian Terrell gets a little bit of a bump. Probably was a foul, but it was hard to see. They get it to go their way. And so I think if you ask most fans, look, you only get one of those 3 calls. Which one are you taking? They're all putting their hand up going, we want the one to go to the Final Four. Who cares about regular season calls? So I think if you weigh all these things, they kind of go against you and go for you. And so it's hard to complain too much about this one isolated call.
Mark Ziegler joins us here, Union Tribune. And Mark, obviously the Aztecs miss out on a big chance to really put some space between them and everybody else. Now they have to regroup. They're going to UNLV, a place that they've had some success here, at least from watching them last night. They were able to close the gap on a pretty big lead that Grand Canyon built in a tough environment. I don't know. It does seem to me that this team is starting to come around, even though they lost that tough one last night.
Yeah, they really are playing a lot better. And even last night, I think what you saw some growth is that they didn't play that well.
Right.
Yet they still were able to come back and have a shot and probably should have won the game. That was probably kind of I think Grand Canyon kind of feels like they stole a win at home, the way that San Diego State came back. And they did some good things. They didn't get rattled. I think they're not clearly, but they're probably the best team, most experienced team, the best suited team for the Mountain West. Whether they win it or not, I don't know. And as you pointed out, it's really tight now. They have 1 loss, and there's 5 teams with 2 losses. And the scary part about that is only the top 4 get buys in the first round of the conference tournament.
Yes,
you could finish 5th or 6th very easily in this race, and be a game back. Or even lose a tiebreaker and be in the 5th or 6th spot. And now these teams all need to win to get in the NCAA tournament, get that auto bid. You're going to have to win 4 in 4 days. And that's a tall order. Only one team's ever done it.
So tough to win 4 in 4 days. You're right. You're going to get one of those top 4 seeds. Mark Ziegler is with us. Mark, as far as the injuries are concerned, Guath, Simmons, I think, even though he's the guy that gets them tagged for that foul, he played incredible down the stretch, filling in the middle in the post with everybody else hurting and in foul trouble. Where are they going forward with the rotation, and, how's coach feeling about all that?
Well, I think the problem without Magoon Guath is, in the short term, they could be better off because he wasn't playing very well. He was hobbled. You saw him the last 2 games with that hip. And he wasn't giving them a lot. He wasn't playing a lot down the stretch of games anyway. So it's not the same kind of blow that maybe it would have been, going into the season after we've seen how he's played. I think they have so much depth. I think they can recover. And then, as you pointed out, the way Tay Simmons is playing, I mean, he has been fabulous. He was so good last night. And they played a lineup last night with Tay Simmons basically at the 5 at 6'6".
He's a bruiser.
Kind of looked like, it reminded me of the old Warriors, with Draymond Green playing the 5.
Yeah.
And it really was effective, and they were able to rebound well enough out of it. And it spread the floor and added quickness out there, and they could pressure full court. And I think outside altitude, I think you're going to see that lineup a lot more. And so maybe they found something. But the problem without Magoon Guaf is I don't think this team can reach its ceiling. Its ceiling is with a healthy and effective Magoon Guaf. Teams are going to figure out they don't have a shot blocker with that lineup, and they're just going to start attacking the rim. And they do a couple charges, but it's still going to be, it'll be interesting to see how teams kind of retool and find ways to attack that.
Mark Ziegler, always great. Enjoyed texting with you this morning. And looking forward to your story tomorrow, because I want to hear everybody's reaction to the big game last night. 30 seconds. I told Tony and Scraby, maybe it's best for all us Aztec fans to just accept it now that they're not going to the tournament if they don't win the Mountain West. Is that fair, or is there still a path if they get something crazy?
I think there's a path if they keep winning.
Okay.
Last night would have helped. Their metrics are getting slightly better. I don't think they're really on the bubble now. Probably a little bit off the bubble as far as at large, but they're trending in the right direction. If they go 17-3 or 16-4, maybe if the losses are the right losses, the wins are the right wins, they can do something. But no one in the Mountain West really has a good resume right now, and even Utah State, they haven't beat anybody. So. I just can't see them only taking one team out of this conference. So I think there'll be a second one, and they could be in line for that. But there's still a lot of work to do to get to that point.
All right, Mark. We'll see you soon. Thanks for
Thank
everything.
you, Mark.
Okay.
There he goes. Mark Ziegler, not going to the Olympics because we need him here to carry the Aztecs through this season. Quick break. We got more to come. Final hour. NFL has its nominees for the awards at the end of the season. We'll tell you who should win after traffic.
You have these things. It even tells you, hey, there's a canyon over here. Don't hit it here.
Scraby from about 45 feet. His caddy tells him to play it a little to the right. He's been playing well so far today. Fourth hole. Nice smooth delivery. Hit it too hard.
Sasquatch.
So Chris says that he can't play golf, but this is the second birdie putt he's made for us. This time it was like 20 feet.
Thank you very much, Greg. But once again, you're hitting some very nice shots as well. I'm not usually complimentary to you, but I can't help but be complimentary. Your shot making.
With my what?
Your shot making. You hit some.
These things. It even tells you, hey, there's a canyon over here. Don't hit it here.
Scraby from about 45 feet. His caddy tells him to play it a little to the right. He's been playing well so far today. Fourth hole. Nice smooth delivery. Hit it too hard.
Sasquatch. So Chris says that he can't play golf, but this is the second birdie putt he's made for us. This time it was like 20 feet.
Thank you very much, Greg. But once again, you're hitting some very nice shots as well. I'm not usually complimentary to you, but can't help but be complimentary. Your shot making today.
With my what?
Your shot making. You hit some.
These things. It even tells you, hey, there's a canyon over here. Don't hit it here.
Scraby from about 45 feet. His caddy tells him to play it a little to the right. He's been playing well so far today. Fourth hole. Nice smooth delivery. Hit it too hard.
Sasquatch. So Chris says that he can't play golf, but this is the second birdie putt he's made for us. This time it was like 20 feet.
Thank you very much, Greg. But once again, you're hitting some very nice shots as well. I'm not usually complimentary to you, but can't help but be complimentary. Your shot making today.
With my what?
Your shot making. You hit some.
These things. It even tells you, hey, there's a canyon over here. Don't hit it here.
Scraby from about 45 feet.
Going over some NFL awards here shortly. Up next in our next segment, finish it off with a little high school soccer here in San Diego County. Aaron Jaffe will join us next. He is a recruiting coordinator for one of the clubs here in San Diego, but he also watches as much high school soccer as I watch baseball during the season. So
he's never called me to recruit me for soccer, Aaron.
You just now are becoming a
very
liker
smart of you
of soccer
to not call me.
Nonetheless, we do have NFL topics. I'm going to hand it off to my man Chris.
Well, you got the final finalists announced today. By the way, the Academy Award nominations were announced today too. That is something always of interest to me.
Are we making our picks tomorrow?
we'll pick our NFL games tomorrow. Okay. Yes, to see who's going to the Super Bowl. But the NFL. And now I'm sorry, I just lost I'm trying to call up something on my email, and my screen just went crazy docious over here. I don't know what that was.
Crazy docious.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
Wow.
Oscar nominations are out. I was sorry to see The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, did not make the cut for Best Actor, but
he's got to put in more time.
A little more time.
Is that what it is?
Is that what you said?
If Adam Sandler can't get one,
okay. Scravy's got the answer for The Rock.
Yeah, Adam Sandler.
When would Adam Sandler been up for one?
He was great in Uncut Gems and the movie I continue to forget the name of.
It was so great that I can't remember the movie.
I know exactly. Ant-Man was in it. He was
Ant-Man was in it.
Kermit.
I like that movie. I will say, The Agent or something, wasn't it? He was he wasn't an agent. He was
I don't even remember.
It's on Netflix.
See, KG says Adam Sandler not getting it for Uncut Gems was straight criminal. I agree.
Right.
I wonder why KG felt like that.
The Oscars will be.
Was he in the movie or something?
KG?
Yeah.
No, not that KG on the chat.
Oh,
not Kevin Garnett.
Kevin Garnett was in the movie.
No, he was in it. Yeah, of course he liked it. Finalists have been named, though, for the NFL awards. And so let's go run through a few. Who should win these things? Or at least who we think can win it. We'll start with the Offensive Rookie of the Year. You going Jackson Dart. You going to Emeka Egbuka. Got Travion Henderson. McMillan. Tedera. It's a tough name.
I'm going McMillan.
McMillan. Yeah. And Tyler Shuck.
Yeah.
My guy. Yeah.
Give me McMillan.
You go McMillan for that.
Out of U of A.
I would have gone Egbuka till about week 7 or 8.
Yeah, he kind of fell off. He did.
Jackson Dart got hurt. I would go Henderson. Patriots finished strong.
He had a really tough start to the year,
but he didn't start good. So,
yeah.
But I think by the end he was the best.
I think Tony's right. I think
go with McMillan. All right, yeah. Defensive Rookie of the Year. I don't know any of these guys except for Abdul Carter, the Giants, and I'm not giving it to him.
Is he up for it?
Yeah, he's a finalist. Seahawks DB, Falcons edge rusher, Browns
Seahawks
linebacker, another Falcons.
What's the Seahawks DB's name again?
No, I don't know. Nick Amanawari, I believe, but it's a tough one again. I'll leave that one for all of you listeners out there. Offensive Player of the Year: Puka, Bijan, JSN, or Drake May, Christian McCaffrey. That's tough.
Christian McCaffrey is going to have to win one of the awards he's nominated for.
He's nominated for 3. He's one of the first ever to do that. You say Bijan. I say Bijan for the last game, Tony, because he won me the thing and won everybody who had him the fantasy. But I think Christian McCaffrey is just better overall and has been. I'm not smooching up the Scraby here. I'm going McCaffrey.
I wouldn't be mad at that one either.
All right, Scrabe.
Going McCaffrey.
All right. JSN, by the way, give him the nod over Puka because Puka is bordering on being an idiot, and he better get control of himself. Defensive Player of the Year. Again, this is a gimme, really, for Myles Garrett when you set the all-time sack record.
Facts.
Although Will Anderson of the Texans is really good, and I'm glad I don't have to ever try to block him. Comeback Player of the Year. This is, again, where McCaffrey is in. Was he this bad? Was he that
he didn't
bad
play last year?
Oh, he's hurt. Lawrence, Trevor Lawrence is one of those.
See, that's not a comeback player of the year to me.
Hang on. Just relax.
You over here trying to get your guy an award.
Yeah, I'll give it. Okay, you giving McCaffrey this award, too, before you even hear the nominees.
Why is that, though?
Because to me, a comeback player of the year is someone like J.K. Dobbins who, got hurt, or Chris McCaffrey who didn't play the year before and then came back and had an incredible season.
Play at all last year?
He played like 4 games, 3 games, 4 games.
So he played. Stephon Diggs, Aiden Hutchinson, and Dak Prescott are the other finalists. I'm going to leave that to people who know better than me. I don't know.
I think all those guys should be in there because all of them played at some point the season before.
Yeah.
Hutchinson did. Diggs did.
All I'm doing here is I'm picking the top 4, and then McCaffrey finishes 5th on that one.
He said he had to win one, so
he already gave him one.
I'll give the comeback player of the year.
No, I already gave him offensive player of the year.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to keep.
Okay, assistant coach.
What I'm gonna keep.
Katrina has a good one. Comeback player of the year should have been Phillip Rivers.
That's interesting.
That'd have been money.
Very good. All right, assistant coach of the year. Former Dolphin, Vic Fangio. Former Dolphin, Brian Flores. Former Dolphin, Vance Joseph. And then finally 2 that aren't former, Josh McDaniels and Clint Kubiak, offense coordinator of the Patriots. I would go with, Fangio did a good job. I don't want to see Josh McDaniels get it because his head is already so bloated. So
I don't hear any lies there.
Yeah, thank you. Get any picks there? That's a hard one.
I don't really.
I don't have one.
Yeah, I don't either.
There's no 49ers, so I'm out.
All right, Coach of the Year. This is a tough group here. Liam Cohen, Ben Johnson, McDonald of the Seahawks, Shanahan is a finalist, and Mike Vrabel. We know Scraby's not voting for him.
McVay's not as
McVay didn't make the finals.
Wow.
Scraby, who do you got? That's a tough category.
Shanahan. It's not Shanahan because it's not.
He deserves a mention.
It's McDonald.
McDonald for the Seahawks.
They got the best.
I think it might be Liam Cohen. No one thought the Jaguars were going to be as good.
Nobody
as they
had
were.
the Seahawks where they are.
I think the Seahawks had a better roster. I'm sorry?
Best record in the league?
McDonald had the best record in the league.
All right.
I'm
I
going
don't
to
think
go.
anybody saw that.
I think it's a split between McDonald and, sorry, Scraby, but Mike Vrabel from 4 wins to 14 is really
that's
good.
A good one too.
You don't want to hear it.
I don't. You're right.
And then finally, MVP, round up the usual suspects. Josh Allen is in there, along with your guy McCaffrey.
He won't win it.
Trevor Lawrence. I think that's a big feather in his cap just to be a finalist.
Wow,
it really is. And then the 2 favorites are Drake May and Matthew Stafford.
It's got to be Stafford.
It's got to be.
I got to go Stafford, and that's why Drake May, I think, will win Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think they'll give Drake May that. So they might give your guy Comeback Player of the Year, but they got to give McCaffrey something.
If no one wants Comeback Player of the Year.
Well, all right,
don't
then he can
speak
give it
for
back.
Christian. He might
He
want
might
it.
like that. He got a little room on his trophy case for a few of those other things there.
He should have won. He should win MVP, man.
I'll be honest. Well, then he could win MVP.
He's not going to. He's a running back.
Okay.
That's just this.
You know
fact.
everything, don't you?
It's a fact,
He
right?
knows it all.
Didn't we talk about this last year?
Many running
Saquon?
backs have won MVP in the history.
When
but
was the last one?
It's been a bit.
minute.
It's been a minute.
I think
as
it was.
Tony likes to say.
Was it
been a
Adrian
minute.
Peterson?
Probably.
It might have been AP.
I think Coach of the Year is the most interesting one because I
For
think
sure.
you're right. Sean McVay could easily be in there, and he's not.
Yeah, there was a lot of good.
And you could put the
coaching this year.
Denver guy in. As much as I hate him,
The Denver
you put him in there. Don't mention him. I don't like him.
Oh, Sean.
Yeah, there's a lot of Coach of the Year
Old
candidates.
tight-lipped Sean.
The only guy we know that's not winning Coach of the Year is
I think it was Adrian Peterson, by the way. 2012.
last running back MVP.
Yeah.
Back in my day, running backs used to win it pretty much every year because they just handed off.
Right.
So
they weren't
that
throwing
was a,
it like
that
that.
was a gimme.
They should just name it the best quarterback award and then have another MVP.
Stop it. Scraby. Stop it.
Break time.
right.
Lamar Jackson, by the way, will not be repeating. He was the winner last year.
Let's wait. Of what?
MVP.
I thought that was Josh Allen.
Oh,
last
sorry.
year.
Josh Allen.
Okay.
Sorry. I read it wrong.
Okay.
Dummy.
I wasn't going to say anything because I'm always wrong.
Let's get to break. When we come back, our high school prep on the soccer side.
Hey,
More Gwynn
hey,
and
let's
Chris.
get some kicks.
Thank you for listening to 97.3 The Fan. Be back shortly. I would be back shortly if the thing will click. See, I'm clicking. I have no idea what's happening. It's not playing any commercials right now. Well, this is just great, everybody. Let me see if I could try to start another one. All right. Well, this is awesome. On the air right now with no help, and there are no commercials to be played. Actually, you know what I'm going to do, everybody? You're getting a real live thing right here. This is real live Matt Scraby. I'm going to have to restart Wide Orbit real quick. So goodbye, Wide Orbit. It's not even closing. I'm going to text Adam, and I'm going to say, Adam, I tried to go to break, and the commercials did not play. And the program won't shut down. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have to do some Control-Alt-Delete over here. Control-Alt-Delete. Okay, I got it. Task Manager. It's not coming up. There it goes. Task Manager came up, everybody. I have no idea. I'm way too generous with my stroke giving. Never mind.
Are you really?
Never mind.
Wait.
I did not
Let's
mean
explore
for that to happen. I did not.
That sounds like a promo to me.
Scraby's giving out strokes. I can't wait to hear that one. I'm gonna laugh for a while on that one.
Nate says, Scravy, maybe you should date her.
You might be a generous stroke giver, but I don't think she really wants to leave her boyfriend for that.
All right, that was good. That was good. In full disclosure, I'm reading this. Tony can't gather himself right now. That was a good one, Chris. That was a really good one.
So I saw this at 7-Eleven, and I had to get it. It's called the One Chip Challenge. It was sitting there in the aisle, and I thought, why not? Because I am into spicy stuff. But this thing looks pretty hot. I'm not going to lie. It says a Reaper pepper and a scorpion pepper. It's also in the shape of a coffin, which doesn't make me very happy about that. Doesn't make me feel good. Oh, extreme heat, it says. I'm going to try a little bit first, just so I don't die, I guess. That's the thing I'm saying. This looks... I don't even know if I should be eating this. It looks like it has mold or something, but let's see how hot it is. Let's go. There's a little bit of spice there. It's going. Oh, man. This is hot. Not that bad, though. I still have this side to go. It is getting hot. I'm not gonna lie. My mouth is like getting crazy. Now it's kicking in. I'm not sure if I'm gonna finish this. Honestly, it's getting serious. I gotta go with the milk. My mouth is dying right now. Yeah, this is not fun, guys. Never gonna do that again because my mouth is on fire.
Thank you for listening to 97.3 The Fan. Be back shortly. I would be back shortly if the thing will click. See, I'm clicking. I'm clicking. I have no idea what's happening. It's not playing any commercials right now. Well, this is just great, everybody. Let me see if I could try to start another one. All right. Well, this is awesome. On the air right now with no help. And there are no commercials to be played. Actually, you know what I'm going to do, everybody? You're getting a real live thing right here. This is real live Matt Scraby. I'm going to have to restart Wide Orbit real quick. So goodbye, Wide Orbit. It's not even closing. I'm going to text Adam, and I'm going to say, Adam, I tried to go to break, and the commercials did not play, and the program won't shut down. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have to do some Control-Alt-Delete over here. Control-Alt-Delete. Okay, I got it. Task Manager. It's not coming up. There it goes. Task Manager came up, everybody. I have no idea. I'm way too generous with my stroke giving. Never mind.
Are you really?
Never mind.
Wait.
I did not mean for that to happen. I did not.
That sounds like a promo to me.
Scraby's giving out strokes. I can't wait to hear that one. I'm gonna laugh for a while on that one.
Nate says, Scravy, maybe you should date her.
You might be a generous stroke giver, but I don't think she really wants to leave her boyfriend for that.
All right, that was good. That was good. In full disclosure, I'm reading this. Tony can't gather himself right now. That was a good one, Chris. That was a really good one.
So I saw this at 7-Eleven, and I had to get it. It's called the One Chip Challenge. It was sitting there in the aisle, and I thought, why not? Because I am into spicy stuff. But this thing looks pretty hot. I'm not going to lie. It says a Reaper pepper and a scorpion pepper. It's also in the shape of a coffin, which doesn't make me very happy about that. Doesn't make me feel good. Oh, extreme heat, it says. I'm going to try a little bit first, just so I don't die, I guess. That's the thing I'm saying. This looks... I don't even know if I should be eating this. It looks like it has mold or something, but let's see how hot it is. Let's go. There's a little bit of spice there. It's going. Oh, man. This is hot. Not that bad, though. I still have this side to go. It is getting hot. I'm not gonna lie. My mouth is like getting crazy. Now it's kicking in. I'm not sure if I'm gonna finish this. Honestly, it's getting serious. I gotta go with the milk. My mouth is dying.
machinations here behind the scenes.
I got so many hand motions going on right now.
Scraby's waving runners, holding up other runners. Congratulations to today's biggest fan. That's one thing he's telling me to do. Is tell you that today's biggest fan is Hector Estopare. Estopare, Estopare. Hector, out in Vista. And I hope I pronounced your last name right, Hector. I gave it my best shot. Give us a call if you're out there, Hector Estopare. 10 minutes, 833-288-0973. And if Hector calls in, he'll qualify for the grand prize. 20 tickets for he and his friends a night in the Odyssey Suite at a Padre game with all of the fan staff. I like it. It's later this season. It's catered by Spiro's Mediterranean Cuisine. Remember, if you haven't registered yet, come on. 97.3thefan.sd.com/biggest fan. All right, we're going to finish up. Our high school basketball segment with Michael Flicks, very popular. We got a lot of parents who listen and young people who playing out there, men's, women's, whatever it might be. So we're going to keep that going today. A little more high school sports talk for you, include some of our other listeners. Before we do it, Tony will take you through it, but first, traffic.
All right, obviously, we had Michael Flicks on yesterday. He does a great job covering San Diego County basketball, high school basketball. In order to have a segment like this, you got to have someone that really specializes and is into the sport that we're talking. And the sport we're talking today is soccer. Now, unlike basketball, I would say soccer and baseball are probably the two most successful sports in terms of having kids come out, go play at the next level.
Soccer,
here in San Diego, especially
is picking up steam.
No doubt
in that category.
No doubt about it. Yeah. And joining us here today to talk a little bit about the high school soccer scene here in San Diego is Aaron Jaffe. Now, I've known Aaron for a little bit of time here. He recently became the recruiting coordinator at the club City SC that my 3 children are at right now.
I was going to say, Tony, what interest do you have in soccer? I don't get it. Why are you so,
Yeah, no, I've definitely grown to appreciate the sport. Aaron, how are you, man? Thank you for joining us today.
Good evening, gentlemen. Doing well.
Hi, Aaron.
Now, Aaron is also a big listener of the show. He
love him.
Scravy actually
turn over the mic to him.
Scravy actually got to know him prior to even knowing anything about the whole soccer thing.
The whole soccer thing, yeah. He actually we were walking around the stadium with my friend, and he gave me a Juan Soto Star Wars bobblehead because my friend had his kid with him, and he was that nice. He gave the bobblehead to my friend's son.
Yeah, so. No, Aaron often has baseball cards and things of that. I've known him since my playing days. But Aaron, welcome to the show, man. I know you watch a ton of soccer around the county. Now, before we get into any of that, I kind of think it's interesting about what you do for a lot of the kids here in the county, especially the ones that are with the club that you're with. As a college coordinator, what is it that you do?
Honestly, I just try to provide some frameworks and guidelines to demystify the process to make it a little bit easier for everybody to wrap their head around, because it's one of those big momentous events in everyone's lives, and there's just so much stress, pressure, and everything kind of culminates in that moment towards the end of their club careers to find that next home. And so my job is just really to demystify that process, provide those, kind of guardrails. Like I like to think of myself as the bumpers on a bowling pin lane, if that makes sense, or a bowling lane.
Yeah.
And, I'm not the one rolling the balls and knocking the pins over. I'm just there to kind of keep you from straying too far to one side or the other so you can hit as many as you can by the time you get down there.
Now, as
Scraby understands the bumper rail thing. He gets that reference.
Now, as
I'm just sitting here.
He's taking strays.
Seriously.
Even as his sister. Now, Jaffe, there are a lot of talented kids, boys and girls here in San Diego County. What does the scene in terms of recruitment look like here in San Diego? Is this a hotbed for, D1, D2, D3 coaches?
Yeah, it's special. It's different than everywhere else in the country because, we can kind of drive 30 minutes from where we are up in Carlsbad, and you're going to hit multiple just fantastic clubs that do great jobs, and that's just, it's different than elsewhere because you might have to drive like 4 hours to get to league games if you're in the Midwest, right? And it's just the density, the population, the desire for the game, the training standards, the coaching, just everything across the board. The parent support is just, it's special here. So it's one of those top locations across the nation.
Aaron, today we had Trinity Rodman, who is as high profile a soccer player as we have in the country, signing $1 million contract.
$2 million.
$2 million, right? Okay, $1 million a year to play in the professional ranks. And I just wonder where we were to now. Obviously, the interest in the kids is greater than ever before. You talked about the club teams and the athleticism and just the skill of the players. How about the whole scene, though? You've seen it grow, the parents and the commitments that are made. How is everybody making that work? Because it seems like soccer is growing very, very quickly.
It's interesting you mentioned Trinity. So Trinity actually played her club career up north at a club called Blues, and they're in that like kind of South Orange County. I'm not familiar with that area, but that's kind of where they are. And, I actually kind of deferred to my personal favorite player that I've ever coached against was Katerina Macario. And she played at Torrey Pines, and she's playing over in Chelsea in England right now. And, she was a Mac Herman winner for Stanford, just did special things. And she's actually making more than Trinity. But that just kind of goes to show that there's so many different pathways now for kids, boys and girls, to achieve that goal of, playing professional. And so you get the big money players, but then you also get tons of players that are playing in like the USL or MLS or, like I said, down in Mexico abroad. There's just so many different pathways to do it now.
Aaron Jaffe joins us. He's a recruiting coordinator there at City SC, a club here in San Diego out in Carlsbad. And Aaron, we're talking about the high school season. They're in the thick of it at this point. In the same way we talk about basketball, who are some of the top teams here in the county high school wise?
Yeah, that's a great question. And it's so fascinating because when you look at it year on year, there's just several leagues that stand out that generate, kind of the best players that you typically see or the most recognized ones and the best overall teams that go far in like the Southern California regional championships. And this year it just seems like it's kind of more of the same based on what happened last year. I mean, Patrick Henry is just scoring goals for fun, and they're hitting league play now, and their strength of schedule has been pretty darn good. Torrey Pines is always up there. They're doing really well. The really neat one for me is Modern Day Catholic has kind of come in the last 3 years and really kind of put themselves on the map. And then our alma mater, or my alma mater, Mount Carmel, is really, really elevating this year as well. And they've done some special things over the past like 3 to 4 seasons as well. So you see like the same teams, but there's always this like evolution of, those 3 to 4 teams that might go higher, and then other ones might go a little bit lower, just depending on how their seasons are going and who graduated and who's coming in.
Interesting. You mentioned Mount Carmel. How's the parent behavior at those games, Aaron? Have you noticed anything?
I'll tell you, there's this guy that was pacing up and down the sideline last night, and I just couldn't believe it. It was freezing, and I can tell you the one person that wasn't was that gentleman, just up and down the sideline.
Yeah, he was nervous last night.
I heard that Tony's been asked to calm down at these games.
No,
he
would never.
I've been asked to calm down once, and I've learned my lesson. And for the record, I wasn't pacing. I had my meta glasses, and I was trying to do my whole video thing. So.
Well, you got your 10,000 steps in about 20 minutes. So.
I give Tony Gwynn Jr. all the credit for his 3 daughters that are all playing soccer competitively. And I'm sorry, to go out and sit outdoors on those cold, stands that they have in those stadiums and bundle up with your wife and watch these kids night after night after night, man, you got my respect for that, Tony. And I know all the parents out there who go out and watch their kids play.
I'm not the only one.
Right, that's what
there's
I mean.
A bunch of them.
Yeah.
Jaffe, what do we have in terms of some of the standout players in the county? I mean, I'm looking at one of the lists. There's 22 goals scored already out in at Modern Day, the school you were just talking about. I mean, there's some serious talent out there.
Yeah, so that's Alessia Villapondo. Her sister actually just signed a pro contract, I believe, with Tigres down in the Mexican League down in Mexico. I think it's a Liga Femenil is what it's called, but don't quote me on that. But just, great player. She's just scoring goals for fun. Again, like I said earlier about Patrick Henry, she's on a different level, it seems, this year. And so I'm curious to see, like, okay, what happens once we start hitting, like I said, league play. Like, they're in a tough league. They clearly the favorites, right? Metro Mesa. And once we hit playoffs, I'm really, really curious to see how she performs against some of those teams that she might face in the Division I playoffs too. So.
And you kind of touched on it. Is soccer similar to basketball? Like when you win the CIF section in San Diego or their state playoff, how much further do these kids go? And then how do you compare like high school soccer to club soccer? I think that's a question a lot of us have because we don't really understand it. These kids are, I don't want to say they're split, but they have more than the one team that they play with.
Yeah, to answer that last question it's a really good question. So high school traditionally gets looked down on by certain coaches or certain programs. And the reason is because it's really, really difficult to compress basically 20 to 25 games into a 2-month time span, right? And also worry about, like, are we allowing the kids enough time to recover, to maintain fitness and not really put them at risk of any type of injuries? But it's hard to do that. And it's hard to do that while also building, that teamwork and camaraderie. And so what you're kind of seeing in certain high school programs is there are pockets of players, right, that are from a certain club that might be playing a certain way. And so that's helped alleviate some of those learning curves and that gelling moments to where everybody kind of knows, if I'm playing soccer right now and I got someone like Matt Scraby on my team, it's like, all right, I'm playing the ball to your feet because you are not going to lose that thing, right? But it takes certain players time to learn that about each other. And that's the hardest part, because in club, we get them basically year round. And, we get 10 months versus 2.5 to 3 months. Exactly. It's tough. So,
Jaffe, one last question before I let you get out of here. Can you explain the playoff system? So you got Division I, Division II, and so on and so forth. How do you get into the Open?
So this is one of my actual, like, little mini bones to pick with how we've done it ever since I coached too, was I look at it like this. You have a power ranking system, right? The official CIF website has that power ranking system, and they have those official rankings. Now, if you go on Max Preps, you're going to see Max Preps rankings, but those are completely different. Those aren't really used for playoffs in soccer, at least, right? And so CIF power ranking, you'll have Division I, you have 20 teams there. The top 8 teams become open at the end of the season.
Okay.
So you're going to see, like, those top, 4 to 5 teams that are kind of pulling away right now at 46 plus points each. And then there's another, like, 9 teams that are between 44 and 45 where, you could flop from the number 7 seed in Open having to play against right now Torrey Pines to the number 1 seed in Division I, and that might be a better path forward for you.
Right.
The nice thing about Open, though, is that you get a 2-round playoff that's scored by aggregate scoreline. So you get an additional opportunity to, if you have an off game, you can try to make up for it in the next one and then be able to move on in the rounds. Whereas in Division I, you just don't. It's a one and done.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the other nice thing about Open is you get an extra 2 entries into the state playoff.
Nice. It's nice. So if you end up with a runner-up, you can still get in, find your way into the state part of the tournament. Jaffe, it was awesome, man. You came in here, you kind of explained a ton for all of us who kind of were maybe not informed on how it all worked. We appreciate you coming on, man, and I know I'll see you around here soon.
Gentlemen, I appreciate the time. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Aaron Jaffe, recruiting coordinator for CSC.
I want to encourage everybody out there, even if you don't have kids, go out and support some of these schools. And if it's basketball, go to a basketball game that's near you. Go to soccer. Go to this stuff. Support these kids. They're out there working their tails off. Number one. Number two, if you go to soccer, dress Really warm.
Double up on the socks. Get the parka.
Yeah, you're really doing something. You go to these soccer, like the basketball fans, man, you guys got it easy. It's indoors.
Yeah, no doubt.
Soccer was not meant for winter, I don't think.
I don't know
That's
if-
when they play the matches.
Sorry.
So
Well, remember, they just, in the pros, they changed the schedule so that they get a few more of those warmer bad boys. Scrape, what you got?
Our guy Hamby, the great Hambino's coming in here, but he wasn't made aware that we don't have spots, so he thinks we're really late right now.
Oh.
He thinks we're really late right now.
he thinks we were supposed to get off the air like 20 minutes ago.
That was the original plan, but we changed the plan.
Well, we have UCSD basketball coming up. Fired up about this.
I think I picked against them today.
Hambino, you better get a win for the Tritons.
Hambino,
or we're going to take you off of Padre duty.
They changed the plan on us.
So
Scraby changed.
I didn't change anything.
And he didn't tell you about it.
All right, go ahead, Chris.
Who says goodbye? Me?
It doesn't matter. I didn't do that.
Tomorrow, the Aztec women, Bailey Barnhart, Kaylin Hamilton will be in studio. That we always have fun with those kids. And we'll tell you who's going to the Super Bowl. See you at 2:00.